Hello. Hello, and welcome back to Urban Anime Podcast, where we discuss your favorite topics. As always, it's your boy Big Dog Ruff. We here with another week of whatchamacallit. And I'm joined by some people. They can introduce themselves.
It's your boy Woody, the baddest. Never here on time, never here at all. But I'm still gonna talk my shit like I'm good at Sparking Zero.
Damn. Damn.
It's your boy John Drico, second best Sparker Zero player in the chat. I can't beat Tiff.
That's crazy. It's your boy Trash Bro, Lord of Discord.
Can't beat Tiffy Yu-Gi-Oh either.
It's your boy Zerker. I never show up anymore.
Zerka from Long Land? That's what y'all said? You one of the people?
All right. So before we begin, I got a question for somebody on the pod.
I really can't believe how long his neck is, bro.
Shamar, where was you at on Friday?
What happened Friday?
We was playing Marvel Rivals.
Rivals Throwdown, nigga. Where you was
We
you?
was all playing together, having a good time. Where was you at?
And then we lost Woody, and then we needed a six.
I got off of work that day.
I couldn't hear you because somebody was rudely interrupting you.
Sorry.
I got off of work that day and I was tired, so the boy was out. He just got on the YouTube.
All right, come on. Don't you get off work at 2 p.m.?
Damn.
Yeah, and also I had to help somebody else with the schedule. So I had to work a double that day.
It sounds like somebody don't supervisor don't know what they're doing.
It sounds like somebody let their job abuse them. I had to.
Somebody
I ain't
smells
never
like
got to work.
shit.
Double. I ain't never got to work. Gotta work a motherfucking double. That's crazy.
Hey, smart, but we family though. we family. We family.
In the third
We
wheel,
family
fam.
until I gotta clock out.
Nah, we ain't even family when I'm on this clock, nigga. I'm just trying to get to clock out time, man.
I love the meetings.
Could you imagine?
We are a family.
Yeah, and I hate my family.
All right.
I beat my wife and children. What up?
Anyway,
Y'all,
so
I just fought the most degenerate team on Sparky Zero ever, bro. This nigga started with Haruta going into Fat Janimba into Dr. Wheelo.
What's up, nigga?
all right. So let's start off with some news. And let me share my screen because that's what I usually do, but I didn't do it. With some news, Big Lots in Party City are closing.
I see.
Let's go! Big Lots closing. That mean I can go get some cheap goddamn furniture.
Yeah. So if y'all are really trying to prepare for Christmas for next year, Halloween for next year, go ahead and hit up Party City. If you need some more furniture and shit for your house, go ahead and hit up Big Lots. Time now. Yeah, probably got a week before them niggas get rid of everything, and them stores is not there no more.
Nah, it could take a little longer than a week.
I give it a week before they start taking everything back to sell it off private auctions and shit.
I don't even know how to get those. I can put your lean on the private auctions on how to get the storage units for cheap too.
So, kind of on a more serious notes, things gotta change. We've been having all these damn school shootings, and something gotta change.
Ain't nobody shoot up no school this year.
Yes, they do.
There was one
Like last week.
Yeah.
Where?
A girl this time.
A girl.
An actual girl.
Winston.
Yeah, 15-year-old girl took out 5 people, including herself.
Yeah.
And 5 injured.
Coward.
I kind of fear there's gonna be a dramatic. There's gonna be a long pause when Sean said that.
Now he said an actual girl, and I wanted to ask him what he meant so bad, but I ain't trying to get myself canceled.
Listen,
I mean like a biological.
All right, Sean, you still walking a deep ledge.
They already know what I'm about.
You about to. All right, hey, I'm not jumping in that water with Sean. I'm sorry, y'all.
Yeah,
Tef actually hates all people, so it's okay.
Only never mind. You was no. He trying to fucking get me into this shit with him so bad.
Yeah, them push-ups looking pretty easy now.
And in other news, apparently Drake bought all the floor seats for Kendrick's show in Toronto.
I'm gonna call fake news on that. They want everybody to be 50.
Honestly, I don't believe it either.
Kendrick kind of counter to that anyway. He let those seats go out for free for anybody who wants to come to his concert too.
Drake,
y'all gonna start acting like Kendrick is the almighty black person. Nah, he ain't giving away free seats, especially front row.
I'm sure he'll just probably tell people to come down.
Why not?
You already paid for your tickets. This nigga done emptied out the front row. Hey, nigga, move up. All y'all back there, come up forward. Come up front. So,
Honestly, I don't see why not they can't go there for free.
but move up.
You gotta make money off the show.
Yeah, because your sales really come from the merchandise you sell at the show.
Kendrick gonna get his back.
Yeah.
I ain't even worry about it.
It's
But speaking
funny,
of
though.
Kendrick and rapping, if you were a rapper and you were in a beef with another artist, how far would you take it? And what would be the cause for you responding to the person that is dissing you?
Somebody telling me I don't know how to raise my damn kids. We got to take it there after that.
I was thinking the same thing. When I came up with the question, I'm like, you know what? Would a kid always be the trigger, or just mentioning something within somebody's family? Would that always be the trigger for you? Like, yeah, let me go ahead and end your career real quick.
Okay, so let's take it further. Let's say you're one of the people in the Kendrick Drake beef. At what point would you jump out to say something? At what song?
If I'm Drake after Euphoria, I'm out the window with it.
So you wouldn't jump out off of like that? Like that, it'd just be cool and you can just move on.
Yeah, like that is just like, oh yeah, that's just a regular diss. We good.
Yeah, I agree.
So let's say if you was Kendrick, would push-ups or what was that one that he did?
Tailor-made freestyle?
Tailor-made freestyle. Would that make y'all like jump out the window?
No. Fucking hate Sparking Zero now because all niggas do is fucking run away and key blast, charge key blast the whole fucking game.
Just to run the timeout. Just to run the timeout.
No, they do nothing to approach you the whole time, bro. Like, what the fuck? Play the game.
All right. Another news. Question. You're facing 5 years in prison. You really need one person alive for you on stand. Who are you picking? Jaguar Wright, YSL Woody, Orlando Brown, or Tekashi 6ix9ine?
No lie, give me Orlando Brown. Give me that retarded ass nigga.
Either. For me,
Wait, is he the one from the Young Thug trial?
The
YSL
Woody is that one.
Which one was Orlando again? Where was he
Orlando
from?
Brown was a childhood actor.
From That's So Raven, the one that be sucking microphones like he fucking retarded nowadays.
Yeah. It's between Orlando Brown and YSL Woody.
I'll take the guy from the Young Thug trial. I think he could bullshit his way to make sure I'm innocent.
Woody good at confusing prosecution. He'll give them what they
Think
want.
about it now. The only reason
Your Honor.
the only reason Woody got up there and said all that shit is because he had immunity. Now let's remember that.
Your Honor, the witness is just using this time to kill everybody's brain cells. Can we have this motherfucker removed?
Still give me Woody. Give me Woody.
I'll take Woody. He's funny.
Takashi gonna blow the whole case off. He's like, yeah, that nigga did it. That nigga did it.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, he did it. I'm like, okay, nigga. Like,
Oh man, that's funny.
All right. Did y'all see Fresh and Fit? Got into some beef with Drewski?
yes, bro. It's hilarious, bro.
No, I did not.
It all
Yeah,
Tell me
started.
what's up with that.
Hold on. It all started off of
who?
Fresh and Fit
Fresh
and
and Fit.
Drewski. Because
shit.
Drewski made this meme. Well, you know his little skits.
Say what you want about Drewski. Pretty damn funny.
My son richer than a lot of y'all niggas, man. You like it, son? You want Dada to get that for you, huh? Dada get you everything you want. You want to match Dada, huh? Look at him, just like his daddy, boy. You love that money, huh?
Hey, that ain't nothing but $200, bro. Drewski for this a bitch, bro.
All right. Now
Hey,
time to-
you make any video picking at Fresh and Fit, bro. You know them niggas is coming. He knew that shit was coming.
Hey, look, bro. It's funny the way he crashed out, bro. Bro, Fresh and Fit crashed out on it, bro.
Are them telling the truth?
Hey. Now this is their response.
But you want to sit here and talk shit about us? We're giving people real advice. I mean, if you took good advice, you wouldn't have wiped up whole ass Ruby Rose. That's fucking embarrassing. Dude's putting videos out, kissing her and doing vacation, all this other shit. He could sit there and say it was a marketing scheme all day, bro. That's still those were your lips on her though, nigga, and that girl's a whore. So that's
Still crashed out for real.
So, bro, if you're fat, it's a whole
Hey.
that's fat. How you 300 pounds trying to tell me talk shit about
Not an auto. No.
enhancers? Bro, if I was president, you'd say in the concentration camp, nigga, where you can concentrate on diet and exercise, you fat fuck. Holy shit, man.
This man crashed out.
Really upset.
Oh, man.
Fucking ridiculous.
Oh.
Calling somebody a second class citizen is hilarious.
This man really crashed out, bro. The first thing he said, "You can't even come on my platform." I'm like, wow.
No, he said you won't come on my platform. Like, nigga, nobody wants to come on your shit.
It's like, bro, let it go, bro. Because of your sponsors. I'm like,
Yeah, nigga, I'm not coming on your shit to fuck up my money. Fuck you. You the one ain't get no money from no platforms. Them niggas banned from everything.
them niggas could buy that shit. Funny though. That nigga really
They can't do
crashed out.
shit. And I expected something better. If
No,
Fresh
no,
and
no.
Fit
Listen,
usually,
don't it?
they usually like spaz the fuck out on people. This is one of the calmest I've ever seen them respond to somebody.
Oh yeah, he ain't throw no plate.
He ain't start yelling. He ain't get animated. It was real calm and relaxed. Them boys scared of Drewski.
They know all the Juice are gonna do is keep making videos, and they know those videos gonna be funny as hell. Damn, bro. Fresh and Fit really ain't shit.
So in other news, Sony actually reached a
Oh,
deal.
wait. Before we leave off of Fresh and Fit, Fresh is the one that was out here. We really got to talk about the black people who want to be white that bad, because he out here defending Nick Fuentes for the assault charge he just got.
Oh yeah, that is right.
How did Nick Fuentes get an assault charge?
Because some girl said that she was going to his house to confront him about some of his ideologies. She went up and rang the doorbell. This nigga opened the door spraying mace.
Oh yeah, because people have tried to kill him.
No. To be fair, this week, Nick Fuentes, like somebody tried to go to his house to kill him on stream, and dude got arrested.
Yeah, but that don't give you an excuse to spray his to just open
Wasn't
the door.
that some bitch Karen though?
To be fair, nigga, you pulling up to my house, I don't fucking know you. Few days ago, a nigga was just at my house with a biker helmet on, with a pistol, broad daylight, and then a crossbow at my fucking door. Nah, nigga, anybody come to this bitch, you get sprayed down.
Did you go to the door for that person? One.
That time he did. He seen him on the cams.
Oh, but you see this little girl at your door and you just bust the door open spraying mace. You
that.
Can't do that, bro. This
You
is
better be
America,
happy I use mace, nigga. You better be happy I ain't just come out that bitch spraying.
Nigga, you better be happy you ain't come out that bitch spraying, because you going to jail. You can't do shit like that.
Don't come to my fucking door.
Well, in all fairness, you can in a stand your ground state.
No, you still have to have some form of defense. Like you had to be defending yourself or something. Just because somebody come to your door after some other shit happened, you can't just assault them.
I have been a target of threats, and multiple people have tried to kill me.
Then don't go to the door. Then don't go to the door.
So there's a sign on my door and that say no trespassing. You come to this bitch, I'm spraying your ass down.
There's no sign in his yard that say no trespassing.
That's his fault then.
Exactly. No. That's what I'm saying. You can, if you didn't go to the door when there was a legit threat there, it's a non-threat at your door, didn't do anything violent, and the first thing you do is open the door and spray mace, you going to jail.
See, my thing is, if that's gonna be your first response, you gotta have a no trespassing sign up, at least.
Yeah.
Before you wild out like that, you gotta cover yourself up just a little bit. A little bit.
Or you can just break their phone, ask questions later.
Well, the unthinkable has happened. Sony and Kodaka has came to a deal. Sony has Kodaka is the company that owns Spike Chunsoft, FromSoft, and
Bandai Namco.
Bandai, yeah. Sony acquired 8% more shares in Kodaka, and making Sony the largest shareholder. They plan on maximizing both companies' IPs. And they plan on focusing on live action adaptation, anime co-productions, gaming expansions, and global media mix efforts. So we might get some anime out of this.
Listen, right now, Sony doesn't have a good track record right now.
Whoa. What do you mean Sony don't have a good track record? Sony got Astrobot.
She knocked out.
In
What was
terms,
the
in terms of live action,
live action?
I'm talking about live action. They do not have a good track record. Unless
Yeah.
you believe in Sony in terms of live action.
No.
I personally don't. I don't.
After I found out about the Spider-Man shit, Sony can't say that word. Sony is stupid.
Somebody said Sony just keep messing up everything.
Yeah, but they always good in their game division. I gotta respect them for that.
I don't.
I give them credit for everything else, but anime wise, when it comes to animation and everything, I feel like it will help out overall. But the live action, that's the problem I'm gonna have with them. I'm like, I don't know. But not too many big titles are in there unless they plan on going after big titles. You know what? I kind of just fucked myself because Fairy Tale's with them. Yeah, I'm hurt now. Never mind.
We don't need a live action of that shit.
We don't. We really don't need a live action of Fairy Tale. We really don't.
But speaking of live action, Jared Leto has been officially cast as Skeletor. Only thing that tells me is that's gonna fail. Anytime Jared Leto is connected to a project, it fails.
Especially when it comes to like stuff like that. Like the thing is, he's a good actor in certain what's that thriller he played in with Denzel like a year or two ago? It's a really good thriller. I forgot the name of it. But like when it comes to live action stuff, no, it's not it.
And we do have some Jump Festa news.
A lot of it.
Well, there was 3 in particular that stood out to me. I'm gonna start off with the least interesting one to me, but I know this is gonna hype Joel up. Blue Exorcist, Blue Night Saga trailer they released.
Peak.
So I'm assuming January 7th.
Yeah.
Oh, January 4th, my bad.
Peak. That's all I can say. Peak.
Nah, let me show you some Peak. Chainsaw Man, baby.
No, I'm not investing in a Chainsaw Man like that.
Peak. Peak.
I don't know about all that.
Cole Benny. My baby. The map of artists putting in that work again.
It looks okay.
Nice
It
nigga,
looks
keep that
good.
shit to yourself.
It
And
looks okay.
April 2025, we get My Hero Vigilantes anime.
Let's go.
I'm here for it. I'm here for it.
What is his quirk?
Um, um, it's a weak. It's relatively weak. I know that. I forgot what it is.
Wait, what'd you say?
It's relatively weak, but he makes up for it with everything else. I forgot what the actual name of his quirk is.
Wait,
What's the
the
name of his quirk?
Vigilante's main character?
Yeah. What's his quirk?
He can glide across surfaces, like he makes surfaces slick so he can move across them easy.
Okay.
Okay. So, what are y'all most hyped about Jump Festa? Actually, hold on. Oh, actually,
the answer.
wait. Let me finish. I forgot. There's one more thing. On top of that news, we got news that where is it? Yu-Gi-Oh! GX is getting a remaster anime.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Without
Wow.
the filler and the and they add in that last arc that never got animated.
There was another art that didn't get animated.
Yeah, the main villain we never saw in English. His name was Darkness.
Okay. I seen it. I seen a bunch of that on with the sub.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Because I know the last thing I saw was about Jaden leaving after grad. Well, he didn't even go to graduation.
So,
I'm here for it.
with that being said,
The last thing we saw in English was him leaving with Ubel.
Yeah, I remember that with you, Bell. But you leaving something.
so I'm guessing I'm most hyped about Vigilantes.
No, I'm
100
actually
Girlfriends Part 2.
I'm hyped about the Blue Exorcist and a few anime that I watch. Getting their season 2s and 3s.
That
I'm
new
more just-
Castlevania look interesting too.
I'm more just excited about all this
Have you
peak
seen
we're
season
getting.
1?
No, I never watched the original Castlevania.
Watch the original Castlevania. The original is
bruh.
way better than Nocturne to me.
Facts. I second that, bro. You deny my existence.
That nigga.
I'm not gonna lie, Dracula was more
Completely right.
than in the right.
Completely right. He was completely right.
Like if that was America, like dead ass, he was in the right, bro.
Nah, my favorite scene is the church scene, bro. That is my favorite scene, bro. Not gonna lie.
Well, since we are speaking of people that are innocent, Creature Commandos.
You did not leave when he's innocent. He's not innocent in what he did.
It depends on who we talking about. Weasel is innocent.
Yes, Weasel's 100% innocent. Yes, he is. I'm not gonna lie. That made me cry because Amanda, especially when you look at the live action Suicide Squad, she made him out to be the scum of the earth.
On paper, he did. On paper, he killed 26 kids. Well, 8
but
kids.
just to find out he was just trying to help, and you have dumb police. First off, let's go in order. You have a novice that don't know what's going on in the whole situation. You ask a question and then just go off of your own assumptions. You start the fire. Then you have a dumb police officer who's not paying. You're not paying attention to anything. And then he did it. Yeah, he did it.
To be fair, he is like a demon dog creature. So if you've seen a demon dog creature with some kids, more than likely, you would more than likely assume that this nigga about to feast.
Kind of sounding like a cop right now.
True.
Kind of sounding white if I did so myself.
True, Ruff, I do agree with you. But in that scenario, bro, you gotta be on Weasel's side, bro. Like that's actually his whole the part that we seen was actually really sad because it's like he didn't like this man's like, man, I'm just sitting here, I'm innocent. I'm just locked up with these people.
If you haven't seen Creature Commandos, you really need to check it out. And it's a really good addition to DC.
Did you see my favorite scene?
Which one?
When after Weasel beat the shit out of Cersei, Dr. Phosphorus walks up and said, I always love a good barbecue. Bro, that's my favorite scene. Sean, that scene is lit. That man just walks up, I always love a good barbecue. Proceed to burn her face.
Dr. Phosphorus is funny as shit.
Are you smiling right now?
Character.
Are you smiling right now?
You can't really tell, but I am.
No, shout out to the
bro is so real
Commandos,
for that too.
G.I. Robot.
Yeah, G.I.
Nazi
Robot.
killer.
Lot of liberals going crazy with that one right now.
Because this man
Nazis.
They took him to the thing. That man said, "Oh, you are op."
The funny shit is when he was on stage. And he was like, did you check everybody's IDs to see if there's maybe any Nazis here? He was like, no, why would we do that? That sounds like something a Nazi would say. I really thought this nigga was about to light up that crowd. I was like, oh, this is why he went to jail.
Just to find out what he went up. It's crazy though. So far, the 2 backstories we've seen, they're not in the wrong in what they did.
Technically 3, because you got to throw in the bride.
The bride, we technically don't know what she did to get locked up. I feel like part of it has to do with Frankenstein.
You know what Creature Commando I am missing though? Swamp Thing. There's different versions of the Creature Commando. I know the ones from Batman, the Brave and the Bold, and I remember them because Batman was like, oh, you're an odd collection of people. And Swamp Thing did not give a fuck. And that version of Swamp Thing looked like Mothman ate Swamp Thing, and then Swamp Thing grew out of him. He was terrifying.
I'll tell you, I did not like Batman and Brave and the Bold.
No.
That's crazy.
That's what Creature Commandos remind me of, like a more adult Batman Brave and the Bold.
It really feels like it.
I watched a few episodes, but I can't sit down and just watch Batman and Brave and the Bold. I
just like the Batman that's a hero, not the Batman that's an edgy asshole. Fucking his son's lady.
Listen, that's accurate. That's he did it. On top of the fact, we ain't gonna say it like Dick Grayson is innocent and is screwing people.
Yeah,
we're not gonna act like he's not innocent.
Should have just stayed with fucking Starfire.
We're not gonna act like he's innocent in terms of screwing people. There's 2 animated a few animated movies where he's screwing somebody else. You had one where he literally screwed with Harley Quinn to get information.
We call it the honeypot.
Wow.
But yeah, I'm ready for Frankenstein. I'm ready for more Frankenstein though. This nigga popped up saying, "You got her smile."
I can't, bro. I can't with that shit.
And for Bleach fans,
the
the 1,000-Year Blood War, the final 2 episodes will air as a 1-hour special on December 28th.
Wait, we're almost done with the 1,000-Year Blood War?
No.
Yep.
Core 3. We still have 4.
Core 3. Yeah.
I see. Man, I wonder how the Hell Arc's gonna go down.
If we get it,
We'll get it.
I don't know. Well, we probably will get it. I'm just curious to see when he will announce it. I feel like he's working on it.
Wants to give us everything he's ever wanted to, do. Essentially speaking, he's gonna give us hell.
So
that was phrased incorrectly.
Next question is, if you had to fight one of the Teen Titans, who would you fight?
Give me Beast Boy while he's not pissed. He turns into an animal. I'll just pretend I fainted. Like, fuck it. I'm scared of whatever animal he goes into first. I ain't catching an ass cutting.
Yeah, you gonna call me crazy, but I feel like off the right narcotics, I can take on Crash Out Robin.
Dead as fuck.
Hear me out.
No.
Hear me out.
This specifically Crash Out Robin. That's crazy.
I'll probably call it quits once I'm falling from another building and I see the double knee SmackDown coming. I'll probably
Robin stops midair because he can.
I'll probably you know what? This probably wasn't the best choice, but listen, the other ones, they're. I'd rather face a human with no heart than the other ones.
I'm gonna tell you right now, the only one who gonna take it easy on you, gonna be all right, ain't gonna beat the shit out you, beat you silly or into a pulp, is Starfire.
Thank you. I'm going with Starfire. She will not do you dirty.
Yeah.
Give me.
Piss her off.
Y'all forgetting that Robin came up under Batman, bro. This nigga's gonna beat the fuck out of you.
Give me Cyborg because I know it'll be fast. He can just blast me away.
Like fuck.
Listen. I know I'm not going to last long with the Crash Out, but like I said, if I'm coming down from another building and all of a sudden I see the double knees coming, like
This nigga was going blow to blow with cinder block. Stop it, Joel.
Nigga, break your damn wrist first punch and then kick you in your teeth. And you gonna be like, all right, I quit. Do a talk. Wait.
Where's Slade?
I quit.
Where's Slade?
Are you his new apprentice? Do I have to beat you again? No, you don't. Please stop.
Where is Slade? Who is Slade?
You know exactly who it is. You look like a criminal.
Look like a criminal.
Robin would say that shit. Like, don't lie. Like, he's already beat your ass. Your limbs are broken. You can't even argue at that point.
Oh man, this man, I ain't gonna catch this nigga in the first season was crashing out for real, bro.
Where's Slade? I'm sorry, I can't get that out of my head.
Y'all do gotta point that nigga.
He said that shit with heart.
I ain't gonna cap. He
absolutely nobody.
He did beat the shit
Not
out
a
of
single
block. That nigga beat the shit out of Cinderblock on a day-to-day basis, bro. I know Cinderblock like, hey, bro, I ain't gonna cap Slade. You gotta stop sending me after the Teen Titans. The only one I'm facing is Robin. Like, and little homie will crash out. Ain't no way this human is supposed to be kicking me around like this.
Slamming big mechanical dogs through concrete and shit with his bare hands.
Yeah, fuck that.
This man flipped this man Cinderblock. I know Cinderblock was like, yeah, Slade don't pay me enough for this shit, yeah.
First of all, the fact that Robin went several stories with the double knee drop and didn't get hurt, that's wild.
This man committed murder. Murdered who?
Bro didn't even know what he was fighting, if it was a person or not. He just assumed. He murdered that man.
That man was going in. That man Robin wouldn't stop. They like, Robin, stop. I gotta find slave. Robin,
Do you know
stop.
how long? Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
You good, bro? You good, bro? Go ahead.
Do you know how long, though, they probably waited to have Robin kill somebody on screen? They were like, "We're gonna make this movie a little too edgy."
Oh man.
Well, question: who do you think the best fathers in anime are?
Honorable mention: May Hughes.
Sure. Mayhew's. Yep.
May Hughes. Sasuke, contrary belief that he is Naruto. Vegeta, Goku.
Piccolo.
Did you
No.
say Goku?
Yes, Goku is
Yes,
not a bad father.
Goku is not a bad
Goku
dad.
is not a bad
Okay,
father.
we can agree he's not a bad father, but good / great father? No.
I call him a great father for realizing his son, even though it took help from a former rival, is not a fighter. I do give him his props for that.
Wait, nigga, what you mean by that? This nigga was getting his ass beat by Cell in front of Piccolo, and Piccolo could read the nigga mind. This nigga yelling at Goku, why the fuck did you do this to this poor boy? He's not a fighter. Goku's like, oh, I didn't realize. Come on now.
Sometimes you're blinded by what you don't want to see.
You know what? I'll say it. Joseph Joestar is a good dad.
I don't see how you have this take with Goku being a good father.
How many
He's
times
not
must a man die for his son to be considered a good father?
Oh my god.
All of
Here
them.
we go. Here we go.
How many times? I'm just asking.
Like Goku is legit a great father. Like he really is.
I'm
The
on the
nigga
fence
wasn't
leaning
around
towards
for my boy's childhood.
Goten?
Gohan. He wasn't really around for Gohan at all.
Yes, he
the
was.
first 5 years of his life.
Hold on now. We ain't about to sit here and act like he
was there
flat
the
out
first
wasn't.
5. He passed him off the Piccolo, and ever since then, Piccolo been the main one raising him.
No.
Piccolo, a grandfather, by the way.
It's between Piccolo and Chi-Chi. Piccolo and Chi-Chi raised Gohan, not Goku.
No. Goku helped raise Gohan.
How?
You make it seem like Goku legit wasn't there forever for Gohan. We're not gonna act like Goku was on when he first
Goku
died
wasn't
within,
there, and then when Goku showed back up, is when Goku was like, "Hey, you're going to be a fighter. You're going to fight Cell," without preparing his son mentally for that aspect.
All right, let's go in order first. Let's go in order. We're gonna start with the Saiyan saga. So at the end of OG Dragon Ball, we're gonna head into Z. Gohan's birth
Goku
takes
was
place.
there for the first 5 years. Congratulations.
Yes. You making it seem like Goku was there.
Okay.
The whole
Wait. He was there. No. Let's keep going. He was there for the first 5. Then what happened?
Passed him off to Piccolo.
He died. He died.
He died
Him
for
back. Okay.
and then you make it seem like he just
Passed
died
him
for
off
years.
to his biggest villain, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then he came back,
Mm-hmm.
saved everybody for Vegeta,
Mm-hmm.
and then he was around with Gohan, but not really.
That's cap.
That's bad.
He was in the hospital, Ruff.
I'm talking about after the hospital, in between
Oh.
the Saiyan saga and the what is that
When they
called?
went to Namek.
No. In between the Saiyan saga and Namek, yeah. Then Gohan and Krillin and Bulma leave. Goku is not there yet. Gohan is stugging it out with Krillin the whole time. Goku is not really involved with Gohan at all up until Frieza shows up. basically.
I'm taking out context.
Oh, wasn't he on a ship?
No. Let him keep
Okay.
going. Let him keep going because
we
he about to
talking-
see the flaw in his logic.
We
Go ahead,
talking,
keep going.
we talking about like him being involved in his son's life,
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
and then after that, he comes back, saves Gohan from Frieza because Krillin dies, and then Goku air quote dies or like disappears for a while when he goes to Planet Yardrat, and in that time Gohan is just being raised by Chi-Chi and Piccolo. Goku comes back again, and he's like, "Oh well, now I gotta take my son to the hyperbolic time chamber."
There's so much context missing from there.
So much context.
I'm just saying, Goku. Yes, Goku was a good. Goku balanced out him not being there by him risking his life for his son, but then at the same time, the shit he
You're
did.
leaving-
Yeah,
You're
putting
leaving out the
Gohan in that
context.
situation in the Cell Saga was just icing on the cake. To the fact that he didn't know his son.
We get,
If
but
you're
the thing
raising your
is,
child, you should know your son.
Hold on. First, let's start about the Saiyan saga going to the Android saga part. Let's talk about that dynamic part. First off, you acting like Goku knew about the ship that he was on for him to get back to home instantly like that. 2, he learned a brand new technique that became very beneficial later on towards the Cell Saga. 3, you're talking about he wasn't there. He had to make sure Gohan gets strong enough for this. And let's put a moratorium on this Cell Sensu Bean shit. Gohan, everybody knew that Gohan was the strongest one to take that nigga on.
No. Don't say everyone. Don't say everyone.
That he can
I
do
would
it.
say everyone.
Don't say everyone.
Goku
No
had to-
one believed in that shit at all. No one. Vegeta was
Goku had
shocked.
to-
Krillin was shocked. Piccolo was shocked. No one believed in Gohan but Goku. And niggas literally watched this nigga be held by Cell and basically be told, "Hey, nigga, I'm just gonna beat the shit out you." Then after beating the shit out of him, he was like, "You know what? I need you to crash out, nigga. So what I'm about to do is set all these niggas loose on your people, and they about to beat the dog shit out them."
Hear me out. I don't think Gohan was really trying in his Super Saiyan state.
Hold
wait.
on.
My fault. I had got a call. Are we still on the Gohan topic?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Okay,
I'm backing up the Sensu bean thing.
Hold on.
There is no backup for that.
There's a huge backup. There's a
He
huge
gave
backup
Cell a
for that
sensu
whole
bean,
scenario.
And
and
because
Cell
one, Goku
proceeded
believed
to
in him.
dog walk his son for I won't say hours but for a good ass bit.
What
Dog
happens if
walking his son.
Goku doesn't give Cell that sensu bean?
Cell is weaker in a fight against Gohan and doesn't get a Zenkai boost from him previously fighting, even if it was a little bit of fighting.
But you know what happens? But you know what still happens from that? Cell kills Gohan immediately. Because he doesn't have the energy to play around anymore. Because he's fatigued now. Him getting that sensu bean, his ego could kick back in. He could relax a little bit, have some fun, which Goku knew was in his DNA.
Cap.
What you mean, Cap?
That was not Goku's plan.
That's actually pretty.
Yes, it was.
Yes, it was.
That was
Goku knew Gohan had it in him to beat Cell the entire time.
Yes, but that wasn't Goku's plan to be like, "Hey, I'm gonna give Cell the sensu bean so he can play around with my son." So Gohan
The
can
sensu
really
bean
get in the mood.
was a proven fact to let him know that even if he had health and even though he was at 100% health, he was still gonna get bodied by Gohan. That was just to prove the fact. And look what the hell happened.
So you put your son in that. He still put his son in that scenario.
Because he knew he could do it.
Yes, but he didn't
It's
mentally
different
prepare. He didn't mentally prepare his son.
If he didn't believe that he could do it, but Goku saw the potential.
Believing in your son versus mentally preparing your son for the hardships he is about to face is two different things.
He wasn't training
Hold on.
for this moment?
Hold on.
Okay.
About to kill this whole thing. Goku's entire thought process, even when he explained it and why he chose Gohan, was Gohan has been with us from a jit. He has been keeping up with us this entire time. So Goku's thought process is, if I he in Goku's mind, I do believe he thought he could handle Cell, but once he realized, okay, I don't have the necessary edge to do it, but I know my son has that potential to be pushed over the edge and win this. His thought process by giving Cell the sensu bean, he understands if he has same DNA, Cell will come up with every excuse. Oh, I was like this, I was like that. So
Can,
Goku at that time, in his heart of hearts, he was like, my son can do this.
Now,
Yes,
y'all ain't had let me.
no,
Y'all
I
ain't had let me
gotta,
finish.
I gotta
Yep.
interject because this nigga Joel talking some bullshit. This nigga Goku did not believe he could beat Cell.
No,
But he-
Goku knew he couldn't beat Cell. Gohan was the only one
I
capable.
agree with that. I agree with that. But Joel was like, oh, he knew he couldn't beat Cell after fighting Cell. Goku knew in the time chamber he wasn't enough for Cell.
You know,
Goku
after
knew.
the time.
Goku knew in the time chamber.
After.
Because
He
Cell
knew
didn't
it.
even go perfect before he went in the time chamber.
Goku knew that some way fucking Vegeta, Krillin, somebody was gonna fuck up. He knew. Goku knew.
But he didn't know how strong Cell was until after he got out.
Yes.
But listen, Goku gave Cell that sensu bean for two reasons. One, he had confidence. He knew Gohan could beat Cell. Gohan just had to be pushed to that ledge, and he's the only one capable of doing it. So if he don't send Gohan in there, everybody gonna die anyway. So hey, Gohan, you watch. Let me feel out Cell. Let me do my best. You watch it. Which is why he went back to Gohan and was like, yo, that whole time we was fighting, you thought I was holding back, right? Yeah, because you comparing me to yourself. So that's to build the confidence in Gohan. And yes, giving Cell that sensu bean gave Cell an extra cushion to not try to go all out from the jump. Giving Gohan time to warm up into the fight, get the motivation to peak his anger to kill Cell. Giving Cell that sensu bean was necessary.
I vehemently don't agree.
He don't
Because
give Cell the sensu bean. Cell
You're
kill
giving
Gohan off
Goku
rip.
way too much credit than he deserves as a father.
No.
How?
No, listen.
Wow.
He don't give Cell the sensu bean. Cell kills Gohan off rip. What happens now? Because nobody's strong enough to fight him.
Shooting to
He said-
piggyback off of that, after shit done hit the fan, didn't Goku clean up his mess by taking Cell away?
Yes.
So how is he a bad father still? He even cleaned up after his mistake. That was supposed to go right in the first place.
And still, he corrects himself because, come to find out, Gohan was the one for the job. Him sacrificing himself was the edge that Gohan needed. And he still came back from the dead to help his son with the final push to take out Cell.
So for him to be a bad father in any regard is wild work.
I didn't say he was a bad father.
He
You're
said
not
he was a
listening.
good father. He said he was a good father.
Great father. I'm sorry. He can't be no less than
He
great.
just put Goku in decent. Goku a decent
Goku's
dad.
Yeah,
a
that's-
decent dad.
Goku's a great dad.
He's a great dad.
Ruff, let me ask you a question. How old is Gohan?
Now?
Yes.
Honestly, I don't remember.
Gohan just turned like 20 something. Like literally.
26, 28.
Nah, it ain't that high, bro. It's not that high at all.
It's not that high.
No, it's not that high.
I'm pretty sure it is.
I'm about to Google it. Give me a
I'm
second.
gonna say GT would be about 28 or so.
No,
But
I think he in his like late 20s in Super.
I thought he was like
Yeah. Yeah.
'Cause Goku's like 40.
by the God of Destruction saga, he's 22, and the in the Z saga, he's like 27, 28 years old.
Boom. So rough. Of those 27, 28 years, how many was Goku not around and not there for Gohan?
A good, I would say maybe like 7 years of his important life.
7? You know, hold up, bro. You can't give 7 years that Goku wasn't around Gohan. You can't.
I say
How long was he? How long was he dead after the Cell Saga? Like
3 years, 3 to 5 years.
How long was he
let me
gone
do it.
after Yardrat?
I'm not gonna Google.
1.
Oh,
yeah. Goku wasn't gone for that long with the Yardrat thing.
Yeah, it was only 1 year.
no, it says several years after the Cell saga.
No.
Yeah, after the
no,
Cell Saga, he was dead
several
for like-
years.
He was no. Wait. Now that I think about it, how old was Goten when the tournament
Yeah.
started?
7.
Goten was 7.
Goku was
Goku's
Okay, so he was
dead.
dead for. Okay, so yeah, 7 years he was dead.
Goku
Okay,
was
so
dead
that
for
is
a
about
total
right.
of 8 years.
And most of that was Gohan's teenage years. Yeah, all of that was post Cell Saga. He only missed 1 year of Gohan's life from 4 to 5. And that's after Raditz.
He died after Raditz for a year. I'm not counting heart virus. Cell was
7 to 8.
7 to 8 years.
I think it was 7.
But between this, you talking about between Cell and him going to high school, right?
Yeah.
7 to 8, because Goten is 7 years old by that time. Trunks was 8.
So add another year to that. So between from that 7 to
What's the
8 is
question?
now from 8 to 9 years.
What's the question?
And that's
How
it.
long was Goku dead?
Like missing out of
Between-
Gohan's life.
Well, missing out of Gohan's life.
So for Gohan's young life, let's say between the ages of 0 to 20, this nigga wasn't there for like 9 years.
He was only dead for 3 years. I just found the thing. Goku was only dead for 3 years after he sacrificed his life to Cell.
No, it had to be longer than that.
Because Goten was born and old.
Goten was 7 when Goku came back. Trunks was 8.
He was gone for 3 initially, but he's disappeared for another. I'm not. Hold on, I ain't reading this one right.
Nah,
It said,
Goku was dead for 7 years.
Yeah, that's what I'm reading right there. It says something about him being gone for 7 years. Okay.
Yeah,
And technically, even in the Buu saga, he was still dead.
He got revived. Like
He got
He got
revived?
revived by the guys. By the
Yes.
guys.
But wasn't he only around for a certain period of time?
he was there for a day, and then the bullshit started kicking off. So Elder Kai gave him his lifespan.
Y'all don't think that's a long time to be missing out your child's life?
You saying like he could have just come back at any given time. Once you die a second time, you can't get wished back. What could he have done?
I'm going off of the standard of Dragon Ball. Like, you making it seem like Goku had a choice in all this.
I'm
Even
about
with,
to say
the
Goku
Yard-
can't come back. That was it.
even with the Yardrick thing, he didn't even have a choice, because first of all, he had to build himself back up. And to be correct, didn't the ship have to get fixed too?
Yeah, and he don't know how to work that ship. He came back in a pod. Y'all remember
Didn't
that, right?
Goku use instant transmission to come back from Yardrat?
No, he
No,
learned that on Yard Drag.
He learned that.
Yes, he learned it on Yard Drag, but didn't he use it to leave Yard Drag?
No.
He came back on the
Um,
pod.
My counter to that would be he could have let Shenron just bring him back.
He definitely
Because
told
remember, they
Shinron
tried-
not to bring me back.
Yeah.
that was at the end of the cell. That was the end of the cell.
No, that was at the end of
In
Frieza
the
too.
freezer.
Okay, he did that in the freezer too.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because at
Gotcha.
first they were like revive Goku, but then they were like he's not dead, and he was like, okay, well bring Goku back, and Goku was like, Gohan, no, let me, I'll be fine.
It makes it seem like it was directly pointed at Gohan, and he just told everybody like, "Nah."
You know who he was talking to. You know who was making that goddamn wish, nigga.
Bulma?
Exactly. Bulma made the wish.
Was it Bulma?
Fact.
Was it
Yeah,
Bulma?
Bulma was making a wish. Yes, Bulma made the wish.
Okay.
Momo made what wish?
It was Bulma and Yamcha and everybody there
What wish was made? What y'all talking about?
when they was restoring Namek and stuff.
Oh yeah, Bulma did make the wish to bring Namek back.
Okay.
Look, hold on. You got me curious now. What do you think of Sasuke as a father?
Absent nigga.
Wow. This
But
nigga.
you know I don't watch Boruto, so I don't have context to like.
It's
I'll
a
give you
shame
that.
you ain't got no context and you just go to the negative when it involves men. Shame.
No,
Exactly.
no. How was Sasuke portrayed as a father in the last movie or in
He was not a
just the last
father during the
movie?
last.
Dahlia, lay down your bed now.
He wasn't?
He was not portrayed as a father during the last because they weren't born yet.
Nigga, that's my fucking point. I have no context for Boruto. I only have the last to go off of.
Then why would you pick a negative when he did not have kids in that movie?
Yeah, Naruto did not have kids. Sasuke didn't have kids in Naruto the last movie.
I'm not talking about the last movie. The last. I'm
You
talking about the
Boruto
movie. I'm talking
movie.
about the Boruto movie. That is the only context I have for Sasuke being a father. And he's not. In that movie it was shown that he's not really around. So I don't have context to be like, oh well, he's a good father because even though he's not in the village actively raising his child, he's actually doing all this other shit. I don't have that context.
Are you tired? Are you hungry?
So you can't expect me to know something. I don't.
I guess.
But if you don't know something, why go with the negative? I'm still just asking that.
Nigga, because of what I was shown in the fucking movie, nigga.
What was you showing in the movie that was so negative?
And that he's not around his fucking daughter. He is not prevalent in her life. And she barely knows the nigga. That is all I know from that one movie.
I haven't seen that from the movie.
Wait a minute. So him showing up for her at the tuning exams is not him being an active father in her life?
It's not just that, nigga. Even how she talks about the nigga, she talks about him like she doesn't really have any type of connection to him. And she really
Yes, she
doesn't
does.
know
'Cause
him.
she was. They even stay in the movie that when he comes back to the villages, he help her with her Sharingan training. That's in that movie too.
Yes, but even still in the movie, Sasuke is not portrayed as a parent that is around and active in Sarada's life. He pops back up randomly to do things, yes. However, there's no full betrayal of him like being there and actually being a father and not a role model. Because if you didn't know, there's a difference between being a father and a role model.
I'm just confused on like showing up for your kid and being when you are there in the vicinity, not working. You know, you spending time with them, you doing stuff with them. That's being a father, not just a role model.
If you say so.
I'm
We have
just letting you know Naruto. By your standard, Naruto will fall into the same boat as Goku and Sasuke.
kind of from the movie.
So I got it. To rough, to be a good dad, to rough, you got to be the nurturer too. You got to be the provider and nurturer at the same. You got to like every waking moment. You got to be there, or you not a good dad.
I didn't say that. We're talking about somebody. We're talking about 3 different people in total. One wasn't in his child life for damn near 8 to 9 years of his fucking life, and we're gonna act like, oh, that means he was really there and he really raised his child. No. Yes, he sacrificed for his child. However, he wasn't there to raise his child. Naruto.
You talking about Sasuke?
No, I was talking about Naruto. I mean, not Naruto. Goku.
Hey, you say he wasn't there to raise his child, but the most important ages that come up with raising a child, Goku was there for.
And we know for a fact he raised up Gohan.
Goku was there damn near every year from 0 to goddamn 13 to 12. The most important years. Came back when he was 19 and was around ever since. Oh, it sounded a lot better when you say it like that instead of, oh, he was dead 9 out of the between 13 and 20. He was dead for this many years. But when you put the totality of it, 28 years of Gohan's life, Goku was there for 20 of them. And the other 8, he was dead from
include his adult life. Do not include his adult life. You're not raising a child. No, you're not raising a child after they're an adult. Yes, you are, but it's not the same as raising a child. So you wouldn't group that in together. My mom didn't raise me after I was 19 and I was out the house living on my own. No. You're not going to consider that being like, oh yeah, I still raised my child when he was 23 out on his own, doing his own thing.
No, hold on. So you don't think parents are still out here raising 19-year-olds, rough?
Some are because they are.
No, some are the majority.
Some are because they are stunted. But when we're talking about raising a fucking kid, that
you still range, raising that motherfucker at
that
19.
Range stops at like 18, 20 at most. You're not raising a fucking 23-year-old. You're not raising a 25-year-old, nigga. What are we talking about?
This is my opinion. Take it how y'all want to, but I feel like as long as you're under a parent's roof, you're raising somebody. That's just my take on it.
So if somebody's 25 and they living in their parents' house, they being raised by their parents? No.
Yes, because I used to be like that.
No.
Until I moved out.
You're not being raised by your parents. You, at that point, you're a grown adult making decisions for yourself. You refer back to your parents whenever shit regards to your household, but they're not raising you. You're a fully grown adult going out and experiencing and learning about the world on your own. That is completely different than being raised by somebody. Completely different.
But if you're going out and experiencing and learning the world under the guise of the people you live with who happen to be your parents, then they are still raising you.
So anytime you live with somebody, they're raising you?
Honestly, I just said the parent dynamic. The parent dynamic. Don't try to go to an extreme to prove me wrong, nigga. The parent dynamic.
In the parent dynamic, I believe so, yeah. Cause like I stayed with my brother one time when once I moved out of my mama's house. He was like a father to me. Still looked out. And my brother old as hell. I ain't gonna lie to you. He ain't old but he old though. But he take care of me regardless. And I love him to love him.
You don't raise a child. What is your definitions of a child?
You stopped being a child like what, 21, 22?
Okay, then, nigga, why are we saying niggas is being raised after they're not a child anymore?
No, nigga, you tried to go away from my point. That's what it was.
No,
You confused
nigga,
me.
no, nigga.
No,
No,
listen,
no,
listen,
no, no,
listen.
no, 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 no.
'Cause
No,
when I
no, you're
said
not about to
Goku
switch
was
this up.
around-
You're not about to switch this up because
No, I'm
originally
not
I
switching
said
it up.
originally I said out of 20 years, I gave the leeway. Out of 20 years, the nigga was going for 8 to 9. That's what I said. And then somebody else came back and was like, well, if you consider he was like 27, so out of the 27 years of his life, he was only going for almost
You're
8 to
putting
9.
together-
But that
you're
wouldn't
putting
fucking
together
count
two
because
different
after a certain
conversations.
point, he's a fucking
You're
adult,
putting
nigga.
together two different parts of the conversation.
Nigga, that's
You
what I was
putting
talking
together-
That's what this started from because that's what I interjected about. That's where this came from, nigga. I'm not taking two different things. I interjected at that point, and that's what started this portion of the conversation.
And that was to Joel. And 5 minutes ago, I said
was to Joel.
the most important years of raising the child, Goku was there for Gohan. That's what I said. I started with that. And the only times where he wasn't there to raise Gohan, he died saving Gohan's life. So saying he wasn't there for Gohan, if he chose to be there for Gohan, then him and Gohan would have just both been dead.
He didn't really die saving Gohan's life. He died saving everyone's life. He's died saying he's died saying being everyone's life.
He died saving everyone's life with the Raditz situation because Raditz was going to leave them and take Gohan off the planet.
They were still going to destroy Earth. I don't know what aspect you think that was going to happen to Earth. Earth was going to be destroyed.
Obviously not.
Huh?
Obviously not.
Vegeta and Nappa were already on the way.
No, they weren't. They weren't on the way until they heard about the Dragon Balls through the Scouter. And that was on Raditz's deathbed.
They were going to destroy that planet.
No, they were not.
What planet has it ever been known that the Saiyans just go there all free willy-nilly and don't try to conquer it?
They were gonna go across the universe to a planet. If Raditz had killed Goku and took Gohan, they were not going back to Earth. They had no reason to.
Because Raditz done took it over.
Not took it over. It's not worth nothing to them. And they
too.
got the young Saiyan from there, so why go back? They would not have gone back to Earth.
Sure.
So you faulting Goku for not being there for Gohan when he died to save his life?
I didn't fault him for it. I'm just saying
That's
he
what he
wasn't there.
Because
Two
he
different
died.
things. Two things can be true at the same time, my nigga. Two things can be true at the same time. The nigga wasn't there because he died. I understand the nigga died, but that doesn't take away from the fact that the nigga was not there.
But wouldn't that not forgive him because he died? Like, how's that his fault he died? Like, he died literally. Okay.
How is it his fault he died? I can
How's
see
it
you.
fault he
I
died
can see
protecting
you
his son?
saying that
That's what I'm
about.
trying to
I
figure
can
out.
see you saying that about Raditz, but it is his fault he died against Cell. And Goku acknowledged it was his fuck up and his mistake, and he was fixing his mistake by getting rid of Cell. So yes, it is his fault. When he was about to teleport Cell away, the nigga basically said, "Hey, this is my fault. I'm gonna clean up my mess, and we'll be done. Continue to live your life. Gohan, I love you. I'm out." That's basically literally what he said. Took Cell
He
away,
said, "Take care of you."
blew up, and then Cell came back, and everybody was like, "Oh shit!" But Goku died to fix his mistake leading up to Cell, and Goku acknowledges that.
You know, he acknowledged putting Gohan in that position. That's what he apologized for before he died. And he told everyone goodbye.
Isn't that what I just said, nigga?
No, you said, "Oh, I fucked up." Like you said, "Oh, I fucked up this whole situation," which he didn't. There was no other alternatives in that situation.
The Gohan didn't
So
do
he
that fight.
didn't fuck
They were
up.
going to die.
Okay. So, in your opinion, as long as somebody is around when they're 20, it's fine.
So you just gonna forget 0 to 5, 6 to 12. You just go forget all of that. You just say, "Oh, he was around after 20."
Nah, that's
See?
what y'all
See?
said. I'm just going by
Nah,
what you
that's how
said,
you
nigga.
that's how you
I'm
paint a
going by what
narrative.
you said
That's how you-
because
that's how you paint a
apparently
narrative to support your
grown ass
bullshit.
people are still being raised by their parents.
That's
And
definitely a fact, bro.
grown ass people are still being raised by their parents.
Shit, the way how houses cost, I don't blame them.
Hey, you act like that's a strange thing, Ruff. It's a fact, and it's not a minority. That is the majority, and that is the way to set up success. Let's be honest, bro. Going out on your own and paying your own rent and shit at 18, 19, that shit sounds
You
good and all, but
are
that is not as productive as it is for somebody that age.
You are ready to fail. You are setting yourself for failure. I'm telling you the truth. There are not a lot of people that's making it out like that. If they do, that's a very slim few. There's a small percentage of people doing that.
And that's
And I guarantee you, even those same people out their house 18, 19 years old, I guarantee you they still go home to get food. Hey, mama, I need some groceries to take home. They still
people
being
do that all their lives.
No, but it's more
So by
prevalent.
your logic, you're just being raised all your life. As
No,
long as your
at a
parents are
certain-
alive, you're being raised by them because you still gonna come back to their house to get food. You still gonna ask them for advice.
No,
So
Ruff,
since you're doing
Ruff,
that throughout your whole life, then you're still
Stop
being
that,
raised
Ruff.
by your parent.
No, stop that, Ruff, because you can move out your house and stop going to get groceries from your mom at 21, 22.
Yeah, but
as
you can
opposed to
still call.
18,
Most
19.
people still call up their parents to ask them for advice and for things to do when handling in the world, right? So by your logic, they're still being raised by their parent because they are still going to
Yes.
them for that advice and all that other shit. So they're still being
Yes.
raised by their parent.
Yes.
So, like I said, until your parent die, by test logic, you are still being raised by them.
Yes, especially if you still depend on them for their knowledge, their expertise, and their resources, you are still being raised by them.
Okay. And that's where we disagree.
So wait, so if you're still dependent on their knowledge, their resources and stuff, why aren't you still being raised?
Because you're not being raised after you're a grown adult. After you're a grown adult, you're learning about the ways of the world, and you're more so being raised by the world than by your parents. And I 100% stand on that.
Rough. Majority of people are not being raised by the world. Their parents are still helping and guiding them through their life. That's being raised by your parents.
Yes, you can still be.
So you contributed to the world.
You can still be. You can still be helped out by your parents, and your parents are helping you, giving you advice and everything. But you're not being raised by them. You're being raised by the world at that point because you're in the real world, and everything you do has a consequence. And you don't always go back to your parents for advice. Yes, you go to them for advice on things here and there, but after a certain age, you go to your friends, family, other people around, and then you start to do your own research, start to learn more. You have your own opinions, your own thoughts, and no one is controlling your actions or decisions. At that point, you're not being raised by someone. You're actually in the world, learning and being raised by the world itself, by your actions and the things you do in the world. That's why I say after the age of like 20 to 21, you're not being raised by your parent, because at that point you have so many responsibilities and stuff on your shoulders. Even if you don't realize it or don't take it into account, those things on your shoulders means you're not being raised by somebody. You literally have to do the shit for yourself, to figure out a way for yourself. And if you do have a fallback plan to like rely on your parents or something, after that point, they're not raising you, they're helping you to live in the world. It's two different things.
No, they still
When
raising you.
you're still young, between the ages of 10 and 20, your mind is still being shaped, you're still being molded, you're still forming your own ideals and your thoughts. By the time you're 21, you already have how you feel about certain things and your thought process. That is why most teachers consider high school extremely fucking important, because that is literally the last time before kids and students fully develop, not fully, but mostly develop their ideals and their thought patterns and their processes for figuring out things. So by that point, after high school, you're experiencing the world and your eyes are being opened up to the world. You're not being raised by your parent.
You could be out in the world and still being raised by your parents. I don't know why you keep trying to make it seem like just because you hit a certain age, oh, now the world take over and your parents don't. It's a good majority of people 25 and under that still live with their parents and still getting raised. So just because you want to take the responsibility of, oh, no, my parents don't raise me no more, it's the world raising me now. Your parents are still, for most people, your parents are still that last guiding line that most people go to. Oh, I got this decision. Yeah, this what's in my mind. I'm going to run it by my mom. Let me run it by my dad. Most people, regardless of age, up until like 30, still do that, especially with big decisions. That's still being raised by your parents. They might do a little less raising of you, but they are still raising you.
We agree to disagree. New topic. Y'all. New topic. Call them out.
Wait, you said new topic?
Yeah, yes. New topic. Call them out. Let me explain it again.
Yeah, I'm about to say, what that mean?
Okay, so I explained it on Wednesday, but I know some people probably forgot. Basically,
oh, the call it out. Oh, yeah. I did want to call out. Yeah, I do got my call out ready.
All right, call them out.
Yeah, Ruff, you cap, bro. You cap, nigga. Dolphy is beating King, and I mean Kid, and I stand on that. You talking about Kid, a low diff Dolphy or mid diff? Nah. And you step to the front. Let's go.
Okay, go ahead.
How is Kid beating Dolphin? And we've never seen Kid use Conqueror's Hockey. He's not even a confirmed Conqueror's Hockey user.
He is.
When have we seen him use it?
He hasn't been seen doing it, but it's confirmed in the data book, sir.
No. I did. Yeah, thank you, Shamar. Shamar, you stay out of it. I will say he did try to use it in Wano, and it didn't even knock nobody out. This nigga Conqueror's Hockey so weak it couldn't even knock out random beast pirates.
Okay.
What is Kid doing? What is Kid doing to beat Dofi in a fight?
He is shooting Dofi in the fucking chest with a railgun. Blows Dofi's fucking arms off his fucking body.
How is he getting the material for a railgun when Dofi can turn all that shit to strings?
He could.
Dofi, let's go.
Dofi could do that, hypothetically. In this fight, hypothetically, Dofi could do that.
I gotta stay out of it. Fuck.
I don't see a scenario where he actually does it, because you can still resist stuff being turned to strength through hockey. So, Kid even pouring his hockey into the railgun.
Dofi has stronger hockey.
How do you know Dofi has stronger hockey?
He has better showings. The showings of hockey that he showed in Dressrosa are better than any hockey feats we've seen from Kid.
Mm, technically, you could say his hockey feat is being able to move and mark Big Mom with his awakening and having his awakening powers actually affect Big Mom. Because
Hypothetically, you could say
wait,
that.
wait.
but
Let me finish my point. Because as we've been seen and shown that you can break out of devil fruit abilities by using hockey. That is my point.
I mean, Big Mom's a confirmed dumbass, so not using her hockey to break kids is like just shitting on her. That was a dumb decision by her. Who's a better strategist in this fight?
It depends, honestly, because Dopey is a really good strategist. However, if you push Dopey to the point to where he's getting angry, Dopey has a tendency of like losing that strategy and just going in a rage.
Kid, I don't even think Kid is capable enough to throw him in a rage. Dofi is going to toy with that man. Though.
No, Kid is capable of pissing the fuck off of Dofi. Dofi's easy to piss off, and the fact that Kid is just another pirate from the backwoods of fucking nowhere that has the audacity to challenge Dofi and to even probably in your case, even if they do fight, Kid, in worst case, Kid does land a scratch on Dofi, and that alone would piss Dofi off to no end. The moment Dofi starts bleeding, he would be pissed off to no fucking end.
I don't think so.
And yes, Dofi does have Conqueror's hockey, but there's nothing to say that you still can't get beat just because you have Conqueror's hockey.
He got Conqueror's hockey. He has a more adaptive devil fruit. His devil fruit actually could completely counter Kid's.
How?
He trying to, like I said, he could turn the metal into strings, or he could continuously pull metal away. So when he try to like make a rail gun, oh yeah, I threw some string in there too. So when he try to fire, the shit just blow up on his arm. Dofi got way more ways of winning that fight than Kid.
You don't think Kid, the nigga that literally making the fucking railgun, would not sense that, oh well, the gears aren't working fucking properly. Kid being a mech head that's focused on like mech and technology would not realize, hey, well, there's something in this fucking gun that I'm putting together before I fucking fire it.
No, I don't think so.
The nigga literally has control over metal. The nigga would realize, oh, there's spacing here that I didn't put here. That I know by just telepathy, knowing that how I make these fucking railguns. So if I know I make this bitch the same way every time, why the fuck is there this thing in here that should not be in here than what it normally is?
I'd argue he don't make it the same way every time, because every time he can't depend on the same materials always being around.
That still doesn't negate my point. Kid is, I forgot the word for it. It's technopath. That's what it's called. Technopath. Kid is literally a technopath. And just off basic logic, you can immediately assume that he knows the composition of what he's putting together. And he will know if the parts he's using are good or not, or if a part he's using is causing a faulty in whatever he's building. Because Kid has shown he is extremely smart when it comes to technology. So something like that is a big fuck up I see in the eyes of Kid. So I don't see that actually happening. In any cases we've seen Kid fight, that has never happened and has never been the case.
Stop giving that man he a technopath when he's not. He's not a technopath.
If only I could interject.
Jamal, sit down somewhere, because when it's time, when somebody want to call you out for a debate, you run. So hush. We handling this.
I'm quiet. I'm quiet. It's just,
Now,
this
now
is
back to the
okay.
subject of Dofi. All right.
Yeah, really.
What is
So-
kid doing? What is kid
Hold on,
doing
hold on,
when
hold
all
on,
the
hold on.
metal?
Hold on. So now let me start to cook, right? Dofi lost to what? A Gear 4 Luffy Bowman? Right?
Yep.
Gear 4 Luffy Bowman is getting completely dog walked by everybody post that arc. Post that arc, it was shown is getting beat by everybody he's fought against afterwards. Anybody of notable value. By that time, Luffy was much slower. Luffy was much weaker. So then Luffy did have to overcompensate. Hold on, nigga. Let me get my point off. Don't interrupt me, nigga. Let me get my point off.
Okay.
So by that time, when Luffy fought Dofi, to overcompensate for him not having the speed that he would have had during fighting Kaido and the attack power, Luffy had to rely on armament and his conquerors a bit to just cover that distance to push Luffy up there. However, once Luffy did get stronger, everything else was more, his stats were more evenly spread out, allowing him to be much stronger to where he was. And we do see in that Gear 4 Luffy that fought Kaido got completely low diff. And the same case would have happened for any one of the worst generation that was on the rooftop if they weren't at least at a certain level. Because at that point, Kaido would have just went through knocking niggas out. Literally one by one. If it was that easy. Which Kaido showed it was that easy to do to a Gear 4 Luffy. And then we also seen Kid be able to tank blows from Mother Misery, one of the strongest attacks from a Yonko.
There you go.
And still be able to fire off a railgun to do damage to Big Mom. And even if you say it didn't do damage to Big Mom, that's cool because it's Big Mom, which has been known as an iron balloon, basically. Meanwhile, Dofi does not have that level of defense at all. Dofi's strongest attack doesn't come close to Mother Misery at all. And that's where I rest.
All right. To tackle a couple of your takes, because you were so long-winded, I forgot what you started out with. For one, Gear 4 Luffy did not get that much stronger between Dressrosa and Wano. I stand on the power scale is not that far apart, which is why Killer was able to last so long on that rooftop. And Killer is not Gear 4 Luffy level. So we go with this logic here. Dofi has better Conqueror's hockey, better armament hockey. I don't know about observation hockey, but we call that a wash. Dofi has more versatility in his arsenal with the things he's able to do with the strings that can directly counter Kid's magnetism. If he turns all the metal into goddamn string, there's nothing Kid can do at that point because he's never shown to be able to fight without his devil fruit. And Dofi can outright negate that shit. Dofi can also control Law's body with string. Kid's body with string, because Kid don't even have the hockey to break it. And you say the durability, he tanked Mother Misery. Mother Misery is way different than all them threads sharpened with Conqueror's hockey piercing you. It's easier to tank a blow than to get pierced by something. And those piercing strings would take Kid out way faster than him charging up a railgun to hit Dofi.
Did those... Okay, then let me Also clarify. For Dofi to completely counter Kid, he has to awaken his devil fruit, and we see how long it took for Dofi to awaken his devil fruit. Even after being pushed to a point, he didn't awaken his devil fruit until way, 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 way later. And by that point, Kid can already have his arsenal and everything already built up and coated with at least armament hockey to block it off. And you can say it's not a armament hockey feat, but at some level, Kid had to be using some level of armament hockey to tank Mother's Misery, and he wasn't. And unless you saying that Kid tanked that shit raw, are you?
Finish your argument. I'm listening.
I'm just, unless you saying Kid tanked the shit raw, Kid has some level of armament hockey that is able to at least defend against something like Mother Misery. And we seen Dofi use his bullet strings and all his other strings, but we never seen him actually kill somebody with them strings. And that's notable.
By that same logic, who is law killed with a railgun? That's notable.
You mean Kid?
Yeah, who is Kid killed with a railgun? Notable.
See, I don't have to argue that Kid killed anybody with the railgun. I just have to prove the point that Kid is able to do massive amount of damage and enough damage that even a Yonko would be taking some from it. So if a Yonko is taking damage from the nigga, I 100% believe that a warlord that's not even that Kaido himself was shitting on this nigga Dofi when he was hyping up what was his name? What was the elephant nigga name? Jack. When Dofi lost, Kaido was like, "Oh, this weak nigga died." Jack died, and Jack lost, and he was like, "Oh shit, strong niggas is actually losing." So I'm not about to sit here and compare Kid, who fought some of the best in the fucking verse, to a nigga that lost to Gear 4 Luffy before he had any training in the prisoner mines.
Hey, for real, just to debunk that, when Dofi died, Kaido wanted to commit seppuku. So let's not act like Dofi getting beat was just this weak nigga just lost.
Whoa,
Secondly,
whoa, no.
I let you get your whole rant off. I let you get your whole rant off. So shut your goddamn ass up. Listen. Hey, goddamn, you talking about did Kid lose the one of Big Mom's Sweet Commanders? Thank you. That's it. Dolph ain't losing to none of the Sweet Commanders outside of Katakuri, and Kid did, bro. Get out of here. And you talk about, oh, it take him so long to awaken his fruit. Once his fruit is awakened now, bro. That whole process ain't gonna be the whole thing.
Wait a minute.
He really wasn't. Nope, you got your rant off. I'm getting mine. Mine is much shorter than yours anyway. And this is my last point too. You acting like Kid did a whole lot of damage to Big Mom. He did not. 90% of that damage was from fucking Law and his awakened fruit doing internal damage, which is the reason Big Mom was sitting there talking and shit while the railgun hitting her. So nah, you ain't gonna sit here and act like all that attack potency. Kid got all this strength and shit. Kid is not that strong. I would argue that Kid on that rooftop would lose to that same Gear 4 Luffy. That same Kid. And to end it all off, bruh, it don't negate the fact that if Dofi turns the environment to string, Kid has nothing. And Kid cannot do the same to Dofi. That ends my point. Who is? Shut it up. Who is that?
Let's clarify now. This nigga said, "Oh, he wanted to kill himself after Dofi lost." This nigga Kaido was constantly trying to kill himself, nigga. What point is that? The nigga's been trying to kill himself since damn near the time he got off Rox's crew, nigga. The nigga's always been trying to kill himself through
But
multiple
when did he make an
different
active
means.
attempt?
That was one time, the first time we seen a nigga do it, nigga. We've been told multiple times the nigga has tried to kill himself in multiple different ways. This
And one time we
this
see it
nigga
is
was
after
not
Dofi
worried
lose.
about fucking Dofi. This nigga was like, not like, oh, I can't get smiles. I gotta go and end it all. No, nigga, the nigga already wanted to kill himself. What is your point?
You asking me what my point is?
So what is your point? The nigga already was going to kill himself. The nigga has been constantly trying to kill himself.
Then why haven't we seen him attempt to do it previously, before that, or after? We only see it, and it's only been mentioned again after Dofi. After Dofi, it never got mentioned again.
Okay. All right. Tough. You know, I got a good counter for that. Why was Kaido there in the first place?
Why was he where?
Why was he on the Sky Island?
Probably looking for some weed.
He was looking for weed? Are you sure? Is that what you understand?
Yep.
Do you not remember that the whole reason why Kaido was there was because Scratchman and Pooh?
No, I don't remember that part, to be honest.
Scratchman and Pooh was a snake and sold out everybody at that collective. And when Kaido, air quote, tried to commit suicide, he was interrupting that whole shit. You don't remember that?
No.
I bet you don't.
I remember that.
That's what his backstory was given.
The nigga didn't
No,
try to
it's
kill
fucking
himself
1200
because
chapters. I don't
the
remember
nigga
everything.
didn't try to kill himself because Dofi was done. The nigga really didn't give a fuck about Dofi. It hurt
Correct
him
me
and it pissed him off, but it
Correct me
wasn't.
if I'm wrong.
But it wasn't to the point where he was like, "Oh, I need to just off myself. My whole shit is done. I'm just out of here."
Oh, that is the reason why you're just trying to downplay it. The
No, I'm not. No, I'm not. People here. Joel Shamar. Why was
Yes, sir.
Why was Kaido there?
I was kind of weird.
Okay, the honest answer, there's two like you said previously, two things to be right at the same time. When we first introduced, the narrator did say that was a place he was going to die, but later on you found out that the second part behind it was to the whole Scratchman and Pooh thing. So both of the things are right at the same time.
I remember a Jeopardy not too long ago where the answer to a question was because of Dolphin's laws, Kaido jumped from Sky Island. And Ruff gave that answer.
No, I did not.
We gotta go back in the archives for that one.
And I just want to point out that Kid is also a pretty straightforward when it comes to him fighting and his destructive capabilities. It's pretty straightforward what he tries to do to you, and Kid tries to overwhelm you pretty quickly. Doflamingo is about like setting up traps and a lot of extra strategic shit that would work for a bit, but against just pure destruction at first sight, I don't see it going in Dofi's favor, because even if you like considering like when he first seen Shanks and his crew, the first thing Kid did was pull out his fucking railgun. The first thing he did. But if you look at Dofi's first plan is all this other shit. Then when Dofi gets put on the back foot is when he starts pulling out all his extra shit. Kid can overpower Doflamingo way before Doflamingo can take advantage of whatever that is to counter it later on. And that's where I end my argument on. Tef, you can give your final statements, but I feel like I'm done arguing about my nigga.
My final statement is, even if Kid pull that railgun out instant to start the fight, what's to say he ain't hitting a string clone? What's to say with the mobility Dofi have that he can't just move out the way? Oh yeah, all right. Now he firing all powerful lasers like that, turn everything to string. Hey, you ain't doing that again. It's not just a guaranteed. Oh, he gonna pull a rail gun and Dofi's done. I highly don't believe that. Dofi is a more competent fighter. He has better hockey. His fruit has more hacks that can actually negate Kid's fruit. So I'm standing on Dofi taking that fight 6 times out of 10.
Okay, Joel and Shamar, yeah, I can give y'all input on this debate.
Oh damn.
I'll say overall, from what Kid has shown, you made some valid points. But I do agree with Tef when it came to Big Mom. I do feel like Law played a heavy part in that. And the
He really
volcano, like the volcano. Go ahead.
No, I was agreeing with you. Like I do agree that Law did put in more work when he was fighting. That was fighting him against Big Mom. But my thing is, but with Kid, my thing about this is, do y'all? All right, I remember Tef saying that he don't think there's a gap. He think there's not a growth between the Gear 4 from Dressrosa to Wano. So, do you think Dofi can take on Cracker? That's all I'm asking.
Yes, I
don't know about that.
I don't think Cracker's actually that strong.
I don't know about that.
Hear me out. What made Cracker strong is solely his devil fruit.
I'm just going to interject too. I think Dofi does beat Cracker, but it's for different reasons. Because I feel like the way Cracker is set up, if he's against like a straightforward fighter like Luffy, that doesn't have a big hit to go into, then Cracker can overwhelm you because you can easily get tired fighting against Cracker's army. However, Dofi in that example wouldn't be as tired nor strained because he doesn't have to get close, since Dofi is more of a long range fighter. He doesn't have to get close and tire himself out with bullshit. That is just for me, it's more of a devil fruit thing. But if you put Dofi against Katakuri, Dofi fucking loses.
I could say the same for Kid though. Kid loses the Katakuri.
I feel like Kid loses the Katakuri quicker than Dofi would. That's just me. And that's because of the fighter that Kid is. If Kid was a fighter that fought before he acted, which when in Wano, if that's what we're getting, Kid doesn't do too much thinking. He just does more reactions. He thinks after the fact, I'll give him that, but in terms of fighting Katakuri, if I had to pick one to go up against Katakuri right then and there, I would pick Doflamingo. Because at least Doflamingo going in with a strategy.
I agree with you, but I agree with you like 100% on what you said about Kid. Because I don't think Kid beats Katakuri either. But that's because of how Katakuri fights. I feel like Katakuri is a better version of Dofi.
I agree.
Because of how Katakuri uses his devil fruit. He's more of a long range fighter and he can get close if necessary and still damage you. And he just has a lot in his kit he can use. That's why he beats Kid. However, this is the point where like we'll maybe be able to see. Do y'all think Dofi beats Queen?
No. Yes.
I don't think hard. Okay, you know what? Yes, I do think Doflamingo can beat Queen. I do think so.
Come on now, we using
Mm.
Queen as a benchmark
No,
when Chopper
no,
was
no, no, no,
slamming
no, no,
Queen
no, no,
ass,
no, no,
bro?
no, no. Hold. The
No,
reason why
no.
the reason why I'm using Queen as a benchmark is because Queen has been like stated on multiple occasions that in multiple occasions in roundabout ways that Queen is stronger and he will beat all of Topi Ropo in 1v1s basically. Everybody
Mm.
basically below Queen loses to Queen on Kaido's crew. We can all agree on that, right?
Yeah.
I agree.
I'm thinking. Yeah.
Okay. If Queen beats everybody below him, even when Kaido was like doing his crew and how everybody is stacked up, to me, Kaido compares Dofi to Jack the Drought.
So that, yeah, I can see what you say that because that's what he sent to go get him.
And
But
he
Kaido
feels
also
that
didn't
they're
know
at
about
least
Dofi's
comparable.
awakening.
Yeah, okay.
He also didn't know about Dofi's awakening.
Do we know that?
Yeah,
I feel
because
like
didn't Dofi awaken his devil fruit in Dressrosa?
No,
That's
no.
not the first time he awakened. He already had his awakening.
He was just
Oh.
showing Luffy what it is, what a awakening is.
No,
So-
he was just stunting on Luffy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what he was doing. Yeah, he was just stunting on Luffy.
Because there's an argument that who would y'all say is the strongest Topi Ropo?
That is a good question. For me,
Hey, hold on. 1,200
It's-
chapters, bro. You gotta remind me what a Topi Ropo is.
It's okay.
That,
I'll pull it up on stream.
That's Zuzu, Black Maria, Pepe, OT, and
Okay, that portion under
Hopkins,
Kaido.
Drake. Yeah,
I got you.
under the droughts, those guys under the droughts,
Yes,
under
right here.
King,
Page
Queen,
1,
and all
OT, Who's Who, Black Maria, Sasaki, and Drake.
that. Okay, so personally, Who's Who, Drake, Black Maria. Who's the green dude? I can't remember. Sasaki, and it's a toss up between Page 1 and Uchi. I don't think they're for them to go big. Even though Nami did have something major on her side, those two still.
Honestly, I'd argue that Who's Who is the strongest amongst these.
Yeah. I'm taking Who's Who, then Hopkins.
Okay.
I mean not Hopkins. Who's Who, then Drake.
Drake.
Yeah.
In this case, looking at how his crew is set up, more than likely, if anybody was here, it would be Dofi. Dofi would be his other one. Even narratively, Dofi being the Joker card would fit here, along with King, Queen, and Jack, right?
Well, Joker would be over all of them, but
Depends on the game.
Yeah.
Joker's always beat King and Queens, bro. You tripping?
Do you think Dofi beats King?
No.
No, I'm just saying if you were going by the card narratives and saying
Well,
he
I'm
would
just
be a Joker, he
no.
would be
All I'm
above.
saying is he belongs in All Stars. If anything, Dofi does belong up here in All Stars. But if there was a challenge to it, it's Who's Who.
If I'm being honest, I do believe that Dofi could challenge Jack and beat him mid to mid. Jack's showings are terrible because I do believe Dofi would have no problems fighting Dog and Cat. I don't think Dofi would have.
I beg to differ. I beg to
I do
differ.
not think Dofi would have a problem fighting him.
I
beg
beg
to
to differ.
Hey,
Them two
that's my hot take.
animals was able to hold their own against Kaido. Just for a little bit. Them niggas was doing some shit now.
I get that, but me personally, I do. I feel like Doflamingo could take
Dog.
them out.
Nah, my boy's been holding it down. Nah, you gotta chill.
Neko and
Mm.
Dogstorm.
Nah, I like him. I like him. Don't get me wrong, I like him, but my
I ain't gonna lie, I think if they fucking Dofi up, I don't think Dofi gonna get
Joe,
his
so
shit
you
off.
think with a full moon out, this nigga Dofi handles them?
Oh hell nah.
I don't. He's not going to handle it. It becomes extremely difficult.
Oh, I don't know about that. Tef, how you feel?
Hey, bro, 1,200 chapters, bro. Dog and cat.
Cat Viper from Zoe that used to be in charge of thing.
The
I know
minx
Cat
that
Viper.
was yeah.
The minks. Don't know. That's like the Beppo Knight form, like a Sulong form, basically.
Yeah, it was the top 2 minks. The leaders of the minks,
Nah,
basically.
I'm taking Dofi.
Nah.
I think you got Dofi stocks way too high.
No, in terms of Kaido's crew, I feel like if he could go up there and go against Queen and Jack and actually be ranked under King.
I think he ended up going below Queen.
Same.
I think he could beat Queen.
And I ain't gonna lie, Jack is kind of shaky.
And like with Queen has a lot of shit that he could do just to regularly just kill Dofi. And there's nothing Dofi can do. Like in a straight up fight, Queen could just hit Dofi with one of those fucking poison / plague shits, and it's over for fucking Dofi.
Ice Oni.
And
Poison.
Hockey is not really going to help that.
If they ain't hitting a string clone.
For me, I get what you're saying, but I feel like in terms of battle IQ and everything, I feel like Dofi has the edge.
All right, hold on. In the words of my nigga Shamar, I forgot to pull this out my hat. In the words of my nigga Shamar, let's not forget Dofi was fighting Luffy with stage 4 cancer that whole time.
Stage 4 cancer. Oh, you talking about when
remember?
Law hit him with the
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, this man was putting his organs back together the whole fight now. Come on now.
Yeah. Queen, and then let's not take away from Queen's lasers. I really believe Queen's lasers cuts through Dofi's shits.
I do agree to that.
I would agree, but the question is, could Queen get a natural hit off on him? And what I mean by that is, can Queen guarantee that he's not hitting a strain clone?
I think Queen can figure it out. Queen was even able to figure out a plan around Big Mom rampaging inside the prison. That was all Queen.
You agree,
granted, Big Mom is dumb. I understand that, but it's her raging out, and we have yet to seen anybody else control a raging Big Mom.
I seen Chopper grab Queen by the tail and slam that nigga around the room.
They ain't did shit to him. Chill out.
If Chopper could do that, Dofi is killing that nigga.
Queen looks like a joke, but Queen is actually really fucking strong.
Yes, but for me,
wasn't Sanji hurt going into that fight?
Yes.
No, man.
And that's where come on, bro. And me personally, y'all not gonna like this at all. What I'm about to say, I'm not gonna like this at all.
Queen on Frog Watch.
That, and for me, you gonna say I got my stocks way too high in Dofi. But personally, if Dofi and Sanji were to fight, I don't have faith in Sanji winning that fight.
I was just about to ask that, and that's fucking insane, Joel.
I do not have faith in Sanji winning that fight. I really don't.
I I don't agree. I don't even think Dofi would be able to land a hit on Sanji at this point.
And we're talking about current Sanji. Yeah, he's
Yeah.
not touching him. Dofi's not touching that man.
At
I
all.
don't know. Like I said, I do not have full confidence in Sanji to get a dub off. I really don't. You can make the argument because of his recent showings, but like I said, I'm under the assumption that Doflamingo's part in this story is not done. That he will be part of Charles Guild, and he will come up with a significant power boost. Because as of right now, to be honest with you, the weakest pirate crew amongst the Yonkos is the Straw Hats. You can take that how you want to. They're the weakest.
But I don't think Dofi gets out of prison with a power boost, because even like we've seen, even up until now, Dofi hasn't been doing any training, so Dofi should be at the same power level. At least Crocodile was out and he was able to like train and get better over time and like train his abilities. But we see that like Dofi's covered up in sea stone chains and hasn't really moved besides picking up a newspaper and maybe a nigga feeding him. I don't see Dofi coming out much stronger. If he does come back stronger, it's not much stronger than what he already was, because Dofi was at a good point in the story to where he doesn't need a power boost, and Dofi can still clash and hang with some of the biggest. So like hypothetically, if you seen Dofi clash with Marco, it wouldn't be too far off, even at his current power level.
Let me ask you this question. The power level between Zoro and Sanji, do you think it's wider than what most people believe it is?
Yes, but that's just because I have Zoro stocks that high. I'm a Zoro fan, so I
completely I agree. And it's not even no dog on Sanji. I feel like this is how the story was put for Sanji. Sanji just was put in positions where he in the post time skip, he's been dealing with up to recently more emotional and family trauma. And in Wano, we just got to see what Sanji can do. I was somewhat impressed, but I feel like you put Jinbei, Luffy, and Zoro in that situation, Queen stands zero chance of winning.
I don't think Jinbei beats Queen.
I think so. I have Jinbei over Sanji.
And I also want to kind of throw in that like Sanji, I believe that Sanji is slightly above the Gear 4 Luffy that fought Dofi. Somewhere in that in-between range, actually, somewhere in that in-between range where Luffy fought Katakuri. That in-between range there is where I think Sanji is now.
The only reason I can agree with you is, like I said, the power scale between characters is not that large.
The only way I agree with this statement is I do believe there's a big power boost between Zoro and Sanji. In a real fight, Zoro is completely watching Sanji.
I wouldn't say completely watching, but he's winning.
I have it
to
that
low to mid. Somewhere.
No, it's gonna be at least a mid-diff fight. No, yeah, at least mid-diff.
Zoro's biggest problem will be trying to get a hold to Sanji.
Yeah, Sanji got mobility. He got speed. I think Sanji got speed over Zoro. Yeah. Zoro got attack potency and hockey over Sanji.
Zoro just has to get his hands on Sanji, to be honest. So I think that Sanji can probably outspeed Dofi in multiple areas to yeah.
Nah.
Plus he has his artificial body shit with his hard exoskeleton and all that other shit now. So yeah. And his hockey on top of that, I do think his durability would be enough to like maybe even tank some of those string bullets and shit.
I ain't think them both gonna face throwing, to be real with you.
They might just bounce off or dent
I'm not gonna say
Sanji.
that.
They might just
That-
dent
that's just-
Sanji, to be honest.
That's just me. I personally do not have much faith in Sanji. That's just me.
So hold on, do you think Kid beat Sanji?
Yes,
Yes.
I personally do.
Do you think Kid beat Zoro?
No.
No.
So you think Kid is between Sanji and Zoro?
Yes.
Yes.
That helps my credence of the power scale is not that far apart. So that means, so will Law be in that same territory as well?
I would say Law is
Law is tricky. Law is
kind
very
of
tricky.
equal with Sanji in my eyes.
And Law is very tricky.
But he
Law's
just
a tricky
has
character.
versatility in a deep bag.
So do you think Law and Sanji could pull off what Kid and Kid and Law pulled off with Big Mom?
No.
Not at all. You need a Law's devil fruit to pull that off.
No, I'm saying you got Law and Sanji.
No.
Law and Sanji, no. Sanji doesn't
No.
have anything to push Big Mom through the hole. The railgun was, unless you can make the argument, Sanji can go all the way up and just come crashing down.
If he does that spinning thing, if he spins his ass around like a fucking baby, like he normally does, build enough momentum,
No,
No.
no,
nice little drop kick, I
No.
think so.
no. Like I said, the only way I would give you that if Sanji goes high enough where he dropped down as a meteor and able to push Big Mom. But in that case, you're giving Big Mom time to get Law off of her and actually able to catch Sanji.
And then Sanji is not taking hits from Mother Misery back to back in that stampede like that.
Is King in that same category as well?
King?
Yes.
King, I would say, is right beneath Zoro.
Yeah, because of the
And-
win. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, right
That
beneath
just-
Zoro.
That just add credence to the gapping people is not that far apart, bro. I'm just telling you, because look at all the people you got between Zoro and Sanji, but Zoro and Sanji would still be a competitive fight.
Competitive is subjective because I wouldn't say a competitive fight is a competitive fight unless it's high diff on both sides. Zoro and Sanji is not a high diff on both sides.
It is going to be extremely difficult for Zoro to get his hands on Sanji and keep him in one spot.
But I don't think it would be a fight to where Zoro's on his last legs and bones are broken and shit by the end.
Oh, he going to have some
That's-
broken bones. He going to have some.
Mm. Well, we kind of got sidetracked. We got chapters this week.
Hey, wait. Before we go to chapters, I want to throw a theory out there for everybody. My Boruto
Okay.
theory.
Well, you can wait until we get to the chapter.
Oh, yeah, that works too. It ain't got nothing to do with the chapter, though, but
Okay.
it's up to y'all. It's up to y'all.
You start with solo leveling.
First, we got solo leveling.
Damn, I forgot solo level and I did not read it.
To be honest, 31 is 31 and 32. Yeah, 31 and 32.
Okay, I read 31 last week. I know 31.
So my thing is, where is it at?
Oh, good. We can have that conversation now too.
But first things I will say, this nigga Jin Ho, his son is working harder than this nigga.
Yeah, 10 times hard. Like I like his whole training arc and how old dude is like, yeah, I got you, bro. I know how to train you.
And he's just sitting on this nigga's back, and that shit broke his goddamn arms. That shit is just crazy. Imagine doing that many push-ups to the point where you reach 100, and your bones just start snapping.
It sounds like Saitama training that people try to downplay all the time.
Well, this is obviously not. This is even more.
You could argue that's another thing. You could argue that the leveling up system is actually comparable to Saitama's training when you look at the tab.
Yeah.
Especially with Sun Jin Woo, he had to do push-ups, sit-ups, run.
But his son does have to train way harder than he did. At a certain point, Sun Jin Woo just was him.
Yeah. And then like even his daily quest wasn't shift to him at all.
Yeah. Still wish my boy Thomas Andre got the dub over him at least one time, but
And I'm starting to have a theory, bro.
What's up?
That these fragments and shit are distorted versions of Sung Jin Woo. And maybe it's because this nigga just draws characters kind of similar. But
Yeah.
I'm starting to believe that maybe like these worlds where God do exist, it's Sung Jin Woo becoming something else. And that's what God is for these people. And it's just a distorted reality version of him.
Yeah. I can see that.
And I would like to add that, like, before, like, the little kid did seem like a threat, and now I'm actually kind of scared for my boy, because
I like how they doing that. I love how they doing that.
Oh yeah, he definitely a threat. You about to see him like he's a threat.
Yeah, what we got now is a threat.
It's like watching the villain grow as the hero as the hero grows now. So now I don't know. I like the stakes in this way more than solo leveling. Way more.
It's higher. It's way higher now. We didn't get the higher stakes until later on. Now this story started off with high stakes.
I'm still hyped and waiting on the descendant of the Monarch of Destruction.
For real?
That's when the story gonna really pick up to me.
But you know, this is probably a few chapters back. What I do like is how they view Sun Jin Woo, though. How the Outer Gods view him.
He's just this random shadow.
Yeah, like
no, just darkness. That's what
just darkness. Like it's nothing more, nothing like. They was like, this man is just complete and utter darkness. I love that.
I do feel like Sung Jin Woo is just the other side to the coin.
They felt like they can come here thinking that there wasn't a ruler, even though didn't Sun Jin Woo get the option to be the ruler over
I think he basically just turned it down just to be a nigga around.
I'm about to say he kind of turned it down though.
Yeah, he destroyed the system.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just waiting for my boy Biro to get his own stuff to get his own stock back. That's all I'm just waiting on.
And we do see that Sung Jin Woo now has a new leveling system. The old leveling system is done with, and now he can get new leveling systems from his partners.
What do you mean?
So, well, not I said Sun Jin Woo. I didn't mean Sun Jin Woo. Sun Suho, but his son. His son, Sung Jin Woo used to have like a daily quest of just like running 10K, doing 100 push-ups and 100 sit-ups or some shit like that. But his son started off with he had to kill all the monsters in the shadow dungeon.
Mm-hmm.
Kill the goblins. Yeah, kill
He had
like
to kill a certain amount of
150
goblins a day, but he killed his companions killed all the goblins in there. There's no more goblins, so he doesn't have a daily quest. So the system reverted to giving him a daily quest with training with his partners now.
And now he's training. Now he's training with the strongest one of them all. The strongest one. I wonder how it will level up for them though.
They level up too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let me reverse that. I wonder will they evolve? Like, you know, how they changed over time. How Sunjin, I wonder would they go through that change too? Like, will the wolf be walking on them 2s instead of 4s? You know what I'm saying?
I don't think so because they already got a crocodile-like thing walking on 2 legs.
True.
Well,
I'm just,
to be
it's just me
honest,
thinking
I
out
could
loud.
see them getting different forms, like I don't know, like a shadow possession form, and it
I'm
will upgrade
curious.
them, and it would give Biru a chance to like use more so of his original body, but like a ant version of his original body, but he would have to go back into like the small version again.
I will say the story, I didn't think I would like it, especially how much I like solo leveling. It's really good.
Yeah. Don.
Granny got hands. Granny has hands, and her companion has hands.
Granny got hands.
She finally
Like,
showing.
she finally showing like she actually has an actual fighting technique. And I'm curious to why those guys are attacking her, which I would kind of guess is because they don't want her to get her granddaughter back to normal, or it's some other yokai people who see the threat that they're posing to them.
Yeah.
Which I'm all for it, you know. I'm all for it. Because I do like the fact that the whole Momo thing isn't something that was just solved overnight. Like, it's a legit problem that we have to solve, and you have the students trying to figure out who's the teacher that gave old girl her powers and trying to get Momo's powers. Kind of everybody's
The
kind of in
teacher-
a fuck situation.
The teacher just really seems strong as fuck.
Yeah, bro. I feel like Turbo Granny will make an appearance back in the story. Oh, what's his name? The dude with the glasses. What's his name?
Yuji?
Okaran.
Okaran.
He's going to have to get another power boost. Clear as day. He's going to have to get another power boost.
Yeah.
I see it happening because you could tell, especially after spoiler for those who are watching Donadon, you know, don't read. I feel like he has to get something else because it's being hinted at, especially with after he gave Turbo Granny her powers back, how he has become physically peaked in terms of who he used to be. He actually has muscles now. He's faster. He's stronger than usual. And he has to actually get a fighting style. That double uppercut, that ain't cutting for me no more. That That double up, even though it's gas, I do give him his credit. It's gas. That double uppercut ain't cutting it for me though. I need Shrimp to actually train him. I need somebody to actually train him. I need it. Like my stocks are too high in this man. But yeah, overall solid chapter.
Joel, talk to us about Kaiju number 8.
Well, Kefka, well, he has a major power boost. They thought he was gone, but he accepted the kaiju number. He accepted the kaiju, and so officially, we don't know what's about to happen to him. But we think that Kefka is officially 100% a kaiju now. And at the end of the chapter, he re-entered the fight to face the hybrid kaiju that has gone through centuries of eating other kaiju. So yeah, my boy Kefka got a power boost. So you kind of could say he threw away his humanity at the end, but at the same time, I think there's going to be some trope where he didn't throw it away in terms of.
Yeah, they better not Deus Ex Machina his humanity back. He gave it up. He made his choice.
I'm good with him just giving it up because he's doing it for a good cause. But the way I feel like they're gonna go, they're gonna have a little loophole in it. But yeah, Kefka gave up his humanity to take out the current kaiju threat, which I'm down for it. Like I'm down for it because I don't know about you, but I love Kefka's roar within that. If you haven't seen anime, Kefka's roar within anime is goated. So I'm curious to see how they're going to go about this, especially with him. Because remember, up to this point, everybody on his squad was trying to everyone who knew was trying to make sure that he didn't turn into a kaiju ever again. Everybody's whole power up was so he would never have to transform like that again because they found out his body was slowly not turning back to human.
Damn.
Yeah, we got it's getting pretty good.
Now for the shit I wanted to hear about Boruto. What's going on?
Shikamaru is officially the Donzo of Boruto.
What?
He's the Shadow Hokage?
Basically, but he's the Hokage. In terms of what he wants, in terms of how he's going as Hokage, because me and Drico was talking about it yesterday. Basically, in this chapter, you find out that there are two Otsutsuki that are in the Land of Sand. It's the one that has Shiki, which they need to take him out because Shiki is the one holding Gaara in his cocoon, and they need to get in the cocoon because Gaara is dying. So they got to take him out, and then the other one is one of Konohamaru's friends who knows wood style. That's the one. That's the one that wants Konohamaru. You find out the reason why she wants Konohamaru is because she has romantic feelings for him, which means Moegi. That's her name. Moegi has confirmed feelings for Konohamaru, so that's on a later date. And basically, Shikamaru is telling Konohamaru, all right, listen, the mission is we have to take them out. Like, regardless of everything, we have to take them out. And then Shikamaru goes on to tell him, he said, listen, she has romantic feelings for you. Use that to your advantage and take her out. And Konohamaru was like, well, I don't know if I can do that. And then Shikamaru basically says, bruh, you're a ninja. You're going to have to be a ninja and take her out. Like, use everything you got against her because if you don't, she will kill you. And so within the chapter, Shikamaru says, Naruto may not even have told you to do this, but he says, I'm not Naruto. You're going to have to kill this chick either one way or another. You want your friend back, you got to take her out. Oh yeah, and And then
Shikamaru on
the
his shit.
strongest, yeah, and the strongest one, Jira, he showed up in the village. It's the funniest thing ever, bro. Because now Shikamaru made the order: treat this man like give this man top customer service. They said don't piss him off at all. This man pulls up in your place of business, he don't tip you, you gotta let it ride. Because if you piss him off, he's going to destroy everything. So basically, this man is an honorary member of the Hidden Leaf because at any moment he could mess it up.
Wow.
I like that they playing the Shinjus like acting like they don't know who they are.
Yes, I love that whole aspect about it, like, because it's like we got to get them why they don't know nothing. If we get them at the point where they know something, then we're fucked. Then you have Sarada, who has to deal with her emotional turmoil on this mission because she got called out by her friend. Because now she realized she has a romantic rival now. She got called out for her BS. She said, "Listen, bro, her class rep told her. She said you're gonna hug my man, and I'm right there. You didn't think how I was gonna feel about that." So right now, Sarada, she's in turmoil, and then Boruto, he can't help out in this mission right now because if he shows up, then Jura shows up, and like Kashi Koji and told me, if Jura shows up, you're dead. So we're at a point within the story where everything has to go according to the plan. If the plan gets screwed up, then everybody's messed up. Matter of fact, endgame. We're in endgame.
Okay. We're about to see how
Ada looking through her eyes scared. Hey man, that buddy there, Kashin Koji, me and you got beef because I don't like how you was looking at me. That is funny.
She's like, "Are you serious right now, Shikamaru?" And like I said, the reason why I like it is because Shikamaru as the Hokage, me and Drew was talking about it. You may disagree with what I'm about to say. It is what it is. Donzo wasn't wrong. How he went about things was wrong. Donzo's whole thing was protecting the village. How Donzo went about doing it was completely and utterly wrong. I know I made jokes that said Donzo, the way he went about it was correct, but no. Donzo could have did things 10 times better than what he did. But and you guys drink with me and him had a long conversation about this. Donzo wasn't wrong at how he was trying to do things.
Buddy said, Buddy Jiro was in the bookstore. He gave him a stack of cash and was like, "Yeah, just hold on to this for my future purposes." Buddy said, "Yo, I look forward to seeing you in the future."
I look forward to see. Look, Ruff, you don't understand. This man put out a water cash. He said, "Keep the change."
Like 50 bands. If it was real money, that's what 50 bands stacked, bro, wrapped up. He just like, "Yeah, keep it. I'm coming back."
I'm coming back, bro. Don't worry about it. I wonder how long they're going to keep him at bay. Because I feel like they're set. Because I keep going back to that first chapter, that first episode. I wonder, are they setting up for a plan to have? Oh yeah, Kawaki confronts
Amato
about getting the full access to his power. We got that at the end of the chapter. Hopefully, this Fladrant character can redeem himself.
we will see.
You don't understand, bro. This nigga's getting his ass clapped.
Up next, we have.
Oh wait. Let me do my theory too.
Oh yeah.
We have seen something as close to Shiba in the series early on. I think Hagoromo, we got to put some more respect on him because he's actually done what Ishiki was trying to do and Momoshiki. He transcended death.
You know what? You're right.
I was thinking about that the other day because I was watching a video on him and I was like, Then he did what Ishiki tried to do without going around the other planets and stuff. So humans mixed with Ososukis, like the Shinobis, may be able to rival pure Ososuki. So Himawari and Boruto might be like ridiculous.
I'm a firm believer Himawari is just going to be what we wanted Naruto to be with the Nine Tails. That's what Himawari is about to be. Along with the fact that she has the Byakugan and she's getting that training. This man, they was like, listen, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna make Naruto kids OP as fuck. We're gonna give them everything. We're gonna give them everything.
His daughter get the Nine Tails and his son get a Otsutsuki.
We're gonna give this man kids everything they got because they earned it. I'm like, bruh, like, imagine a 64 pound. Imagine that getting hit with a Nine Tails cloak, 8 trigrams, 64 palms. Not only is you getting your chakra disrupted, you just naturally about to die after all that. There ain't no way you taking that. This motherfucker gonna hit you with a Biju bomb from kilometers away. Just because they want to.
Good shit.
Do we have another chapter? I can drop some news.
Oh no, we have One Piece.
Yeah, we got One Piece chat. We got a One
And
Piece chat.
before we get to One Piece, they released a trailer for part 2 to Egghead, which will be coming back April 6th, 2025.
I thought this was fake. I saw it and I was like, I don't think that's real. I ain't gonna watch it.
It's
To me, the animation didn't change.
Yeah,
To me,
it didn't change. But in additional, Oda put out a message at Jump Festa. The only thing really y'all probably really want to read is probably this one down.
some of that fourth paragraph.
The last 2 paragraphs.
Okay.
So that he did say the anime is coming back with a new approach. And he said we'll be more in tune with the times. I'm fucking with this. But the part that stood out to me was the final paragraph.
And I ain't gonna lie. Hopefully, the tournament in other seas is the Revolutionary Army making a move.
I've been waiting for this guy.
He said at last that one guy will begin shaking up the new world. Maybe it is Dragon. Maybe Dragon get off his ass and stop looking west.
Listen, bro. Listen, East
Or Mihawk.
East.
Or Mihawk.
Nah.
Like my stock. Listen, bro. You don't understand. I got stocks in Dragon. My stocks are very high, and my belief in Dragon is up there. But I do not think he's talking about Dragon. I feel like Dragon is one of them he's talking about.
So who do you think he's talking about?
The guy that he been the Lurking Legend, unless the Lurking Legend was kind of a trick that he pulled on us. Maybe Dragon is the Lurking Legend. That's just me thinking out loud. But maybe that's who we're about to see, the Lurking Legend that was supposed to be in Wano.
Yeah. Or it's the man.
Remember,
well, Lurking Legend or the man with the burnt scar.
I feel like they're the same guy. My theory is the guy with the burn scar and the Lurking Legend are the same guy. It could be, but bunch of people say Bullet. I don't think it's Bullet.
No. I think it's actually Scopper.
Because we have no idea what Scopper's at.
We have no idea what Scopper is, but we know Kid knows the man with the burnt scar, and Law knows the man with the burnt scar. But Kid was also trained by Scopper. So my
Yeah.
theory has been that it's Scopper.
Yeah, both of them that say they have an idea on who it is, and currently, well, neither one of them. And the funny thing is, I do like how Oda did that. They both said they have an idea, and Law and Kid, they both got kind of screwed up in their whole plan. We don't know where Law was going. Blackbeard completely interrupted that whole flow. We don't know where Law was going. Kid, he
Yeah.
went straight to
Hellbath.
Shank. This man went straight to Elbow. So I feel like Kid was more on the right track than Law was. Unless Law was heading to Elbow, we don't know.
Well, since we at One Piece, the chapter. Who the fuck y'all think Loki talking to? That's the first thing I want to get out of there.
He's got to be talking to the figure that was in a few chapters back. There was another figure that was hiding in the background, and they was like, not all is as it seems in Elbath. I think he's talking to that figure. And Loki, I'm leaning towards it now. Loki had a reason for taking out his dad.
I don't think Loki actually did take his dad out.
I don't think. Okay, I agree with you. And I think it's just a big misinterpretation. Like, there's a big misunderstanding, and Loki is just letting it happen.
Yeah, because I don't think
Hear me
Loki
out.
himself is like
Evil at all.
I think Loki is evil, but I just don't think he gives a fuck about what people thinks about him. So if somebody put the body of his dad on him, he really does not give a fuck. He's going to kill everybody regardless.
The reason why I don't think Loki is evil is because of Luffy. That's who I'm leaning on his personality. Luffy, we know Luffy's character. He would not strike a deal with somebody who is evil. And Luffy, as big as his character flaws are, he is a great judge of character.
But Luffy didn't strike the deal with him. He didn't release him.
We don't know what the whole deal was. Maybe Luffy's supposed to do something.
Oh, true.
Because remember, Loki told him, "Don't tell nobody about our conversation." So Luffy must have made the deal because he did not tell nobody about that conversation. And then on top of that, I don't even think Luffy would have even entertained Loki if Loki wasn't a good judge of character. And on top of that, the guy that just showed up is the reason why Loki does not like Shanks. What if this guy was the one that caused so much turmoil? And because he looks like Shanks, or him and Shanks are related some way, shape, or form, Loki believes Shanks is the one that did it. But in reality, he wasn't the one. It was somebody that looked like him, probably his brother or whatever. Uncle, cousin, well, it can't be his uncle. Cousin, something, you know?
Well, since you brought it up, it's safe to say Shanks beat the rat allegations.
No, I wouldn't say he beat the rat allegations.
So you think it was Shanks and that went to go talk to the Gorosei back in the day?
That's a toughie. That is a toughie. Because they're tricking us with the angle. And I like how they're doing that.
Nah, he ain't tricking us with the angle. That's a fucking clone of Shanks. A clone, a brother. That nigga knows Shanks. That nigga and Shanks are
that's a Shanks Seraphim?
Or Shanks Seraphim. That's Shanks, nigga.
I was about to say, how would they get Shanks DNA? But it would have been relatively easy for them to get Shanks DNA. Especially if... Yeah.
Shit, the same way they got Mihawks.
Yeah. They could have did that at the same time because they even said those two fought all the time. So, yeah. You got me on that one.
Plus,
go ahead. My bad.
Plus, I was gonna say these niggas have to be with the
Holy Knights.
Have to be.
The
Because ain't
girl
no
with
way
the
you
bandages.
teleporting in on a fucking portal.
Yeah. The girl with the bandages is the one I'm curious about the most. I don't know why.
That's
But
Vivi.
you think they got a clone of Vivi?
No, I was just joking. I was
The-
just joking.
And this lends more credence to the fact that I believe the world government is just stupid. Stupid as fuck. Y'all niggas could have been summoning niggas in. I thought it was just for the Goro sake. But y'all can do that with the Holy Knights, and you heard a little rubber boy run around this bitch talking about gumu gumu no me around this bitch.
Hear me out. What if this isn't world government? What if that is Gorosei's doing? Gorosei and Holy Knights. Especially now
Yes.
that we know Garland is, well, I'll put it like this. What if now we're at the point where the Marines are their backs are against the wall. So now that the ones that we had that we didn't have to see, now we have to see them. Now we have to see the Holy Knights within the story. All before we didn't. Well, it wasn't called for.
Called for? It was called for when the little rubber boy decided he was going to declare war on the world government at Impel Down. It was called for when the same fucking rubber boy teamed up with the Yonko known as Whitebeard to protect his brother, air quotes, the son of fucking Roger. It was called for. Every time this little rubber nigga then showed his fucking face.
Hear me out. Up to that point, they probably felt that the fleet admiral on back could handle it. Now it's reached a point where they can't handle it.
They
Then
couldn't
you also
handle it when the
have,
bitch got tooken from who's who.
and at their point, that was Shanks. I'm sorry, that was Shanks. You know, that's Shanks.
Exactly. It was Shanks. And you know you got you a fucking Shanks clone? You should be hunting these niggas down.
For matter of fact, case in point,
They should just be spawning niggas in everywhere. They should have spawned them niggas in that Marine Fort.
No, that was not the place. That was not the place.
Like, that's what I'm saying. A lot of these places, you can tell they're at the point now where you're sending your top agents into areas where it's like, okay, officially now, my theory of Elbath is going to change heavy. The way they're going about it is Luffy's Grand Fleet is going to be prominent in what's about to happen. It's going to be huge. But up to this point in the story, the Holy Knights didn't have a reason to act. Because it's just like with Bleach. It's just like with Bleach with Squad Zero.
Squad Zero had a reason
Squad
to
Zero. Squad Zero should have been that. Well, I agree. I totally agree. But I'm just using the position. You know what I'm saying? Using the position as my whole focal point. Yes,
I just think that these niggas should have been pulled out before you started nuking islands.
Who don't love a good nuke though?
And to their point, they probably thought it was working. They probably thought the whole nuking thing was working. Because let's be honest, Saul did a great job at hiding.
Fuck that. I'm not even talking about that. I'm talking about the mother flame.
What flame?
You should have pulled out these niggas before you started letting loose the mother flame.
Nah, they had just got the mother flame. You got to test that out. You got to make sure it's real.
Trust me, I get what you're saying and when they should have been introduced, but I don't think they should have, because the Holy Knights are in game. We're at the point where, even though personally I feel like Gorosei should have been in game, But with the introduction of the Holy Knights, I feel like the Gorosei are not the pinnacle of strength. I feel like there are Holy Knights going to be stronger than them. Because in Egghead, why wasn't a Holy Knight summoned but the Gorosei? This nigga straight up summoned Holy Knights. This nigga straight up summoned the Gorosei.
Well, they sent Saturn because he specifically had ties to Vegapunk.
Okay, that part I get. I get that. I get that, but if I'm like
Saturn probably
I'm just
sent
saying,
himself. To be fair.
Saturn probably went himself. But I'm saying, in terms of power, and it's also begs the question in terms of control. We knew for a fact that Garland was over the Holy Knights. So now that Garland is a part and most likely the strongest of the Gorosei currently, the Holy Knights will be more active in the story from here on out because he's directly over them. So it's like, nah, we're not sending admirals, we're not sending. I wouldn't be surprised if we hear about Kizu being punished. I'm not surprised if we hear about that.
He probably should get off.
He
Actually,
probably
Shamar,
get
are you
promoted.
still here? Shamar?
Shamar in the put him in the bedroom, bro. He done fell asleep on the pod. It's a wrap.
I ain't even sleep. What are you talking about? I'm
right.
playing this Sparking ball.
Shamar, for somebody that's such a big fan of One Piece, you always real quiet when we get talking about chapters. But you be the first one to defend it. What do you think, nigga?
What's the question?
What do you think about the chapter this week?
What you think about the
Kizu?
chapter, nigga?
I didn't get to read the chapter.
Damn.
I completely forgot it was complete.
Fake fan. Fake
That's
fan.
crazy.
Squeaky. Come back here, Squeaky.
So Shamar, you ain't want to immediately read the chapter with Shank's clone in it?
Or Shank Seraphim.
I say brother, man, Coaster.
I think that's a
twin brother.
I saw the thing, but I just never had time to get around to get to it.
Is that the Shanks know he has a twin brother? Probably. I don't know.
think Shanks knows, to be honest.
He probably doesn't.
He knows.
For matter of fact, for Loki to have a grudge against him, if Shanks directly didn't do anything, then and Shanks doesn't know if Shanks didn't know about the grudge that Loki has against him, and they was to meet and Shanks like, bro, I don't even know what I did to you, then that's definitely Shanks' brother or something, twin brother or something. But this also asks a broader question. One, was Shanks' mother a slave? Two, why did he end up in a treasure chest and not his brother? And three, this could be answered fairly easy. How did it end up on Gold Roger's ship? It's a treasure chest. Gold Roger's probably like, you know what? That's treasure. That's money. We're taking that. You know what I'm saying? That the third one could be answered easily, but the first two is questions I kind of want answers to.
I'm just really curious, and who do you think is the final boss of Elbaf?
I don't think it's been revealed yet.
I don't think the final. No, Loki. My doubt for Loki has been cast because of Luffy. Loki and Luffy will fight, but I feel like at the end of it, Loki would do one of two things. He will find people who believe in him and he will start his own crew, or he will naturally gravitate into the Straw Hat Grand Fleet.
Do you think
The only reason I think that was because the comment he made about Shanks. So Luffy already eerie about him now.
And that's the thing. If Luffy was so, like I was saying before, I don't think you heard me. Luffy is the reason why I do not feel like Loki would be the bad guy in this whole thing. Luffy is a great judge of character. He wouldn't even entertain he would have told if he didn't believe anything Loki told him, he would at least told Zoro. He would have told somebody, but he's at least keeping that lock and key. And then whoever he's communicating with, Loki legit, he claims he doesn't care what people think of him, but he kind of does care.
So, do you think Luffy will meet this fake Shanks by the end of this arc?
Yes. I think before this arc is even over, I feel like Luffy will probably be one-to-one. Matter of fact, this is just going off of my head. Zoro will be the first one to meet him, tell Luffy about him. Then Luffy would probably try to go up and find him and meet up with him then. Just for Luffy to figure out that's not Shanks. Because we know for a fact Shanks has long left that island. Even though personally the time thing, no, you know what? Not based on the time, Luffy would never had a chance to meet Shanks. By the time Luffy pulled up, Shanks was long gone. So that's completely wrong. I'm not gonna say that. Yeah.
So, do you think we get a fight out of this
Yes.
fake Shanks and Luffy?
Yes. If not a fight, probably a little scuffle. But this is going to be a big one. This is the end of Saul. I feel like I listen. I don't know why I feel it. Saul done slung his last tune. He done taught his last class. That's just me. Saul done taught his last class.
Actually, yeah. At this point, it'd be a great way to end this. Robin got her resolution, and then Saul passes away. Yeah, I can see. Yeah, the flags have been planted. Now that I'm thinking about it.
And the thing is, Saul. A lot of people don't understand. Saul has put Elbath in a dangerous position. Once Fake Shanks or whoever it is confirms to somebody that those books are in Elbath, Elbath is fucked. Like, literally. As much as everybody likes Saul, you gotta admit, and I understand you want to keep that history, Saul put Elbath in the worst position possible.
Shit. Elbath looking worse than Egghead right now.
Yes, like, and then fun thing is, I don't know what crazy. Not nobody mentioned this. Vegapunk is literally coming back.
So, I think we should readdress that. Was Vegapunk actually a fucking genius?
No. That
By the end game,
tips.
you could call him a genius, but how he went about his plan was completely idiotic. I feel like he had too many steps within his plan. He could have just zeroed it out a long time ago. Like, I get it. His in-game plan, it worked. But how he went about this whole thing, it could have been way simpler. The whole erasing your mind thing, you can't.
I got another layer to it, though. What if Vegapunk did all of that shit so his physical body would die and Kizaru would see that, and it would kind of make Kizaru start to waver and wane towards the end of the story?
So you feel
was
like
it Kizaru? Yeah, Kizaru.
Still done with extra steps.
Yeah, I feel like he could have did without all those extra steps.
Extra steps like what?
He didn't. I get that. You share the same minds with the I don't know why I keep trying to call them serpents. You share the same minds with all the other bodies. I get that. But if you are the creator of these guys, you should have a way around all of that. If I'm the guy in charge, if I'm the main body, I should have it where I can share what memory I want to with you.
No, they could do that. No, they could do that because the trader was uploading fake memories. So when the three of them figure out, hey, that one is a traitor, instead of all right, we gonna all wipe our memories. Yo, we stay together and all three of us upload the same fake memory, so it's kind of consistent. You know, that would have been much simpler. Shutting off the traitor Vegapunk was always the easiest route. Nah, it's a lot of ways he could have went about that. That would have been smarter.
Even though the plan worked,
My takeaway is the whole point of his plan was to die.
What's the point of the plan to die to come back as a fucking cyborg Frankenstein?
Vegapunk by this point is already old, right? And Vegapunk knows that they're going to send more than likely Kizaru, because Kizaru is the person that was involved with like the science division along with Saturn. Him erasing his mind, yeah, it was an extra step, but it was also so he honestly I don't get the mind erasing thing, but it could also be to the fact that like if you know you're about to die, then you'll start to second guess it. So him erasing his mind was to more motivate himself to actually carry it out, because in the message he did say like just trust me.
I get that. I'm not gonna lie, but the him erasing his mind thing was like one step I felt like we could have completely avoided. Trust me, like I get the overall plan. I get it. And it worked out to exactly how he wanted to. But this man gave us a plan and it's like, And on top of that, you leave a letter for yourself talking about something, you're gonna die, just trust me. What? What? Just trust you. Listen, I don't even know you no more, bro.
Yeah, but when you take into account he is the smartest man in the world, a backup plan like coming back to life is kind of a solid fucking backup plan.
Yeah, I feel like that was his plan the entire time.
Bro,
to come back.
Bro, it's a solid backup plan unless your cyborg Vegapunks get destroyed.
Yeah, but he trusted Luffy to get old girl off the island.
That's one. What about the other ones?
Technically, it was supposed to be a couple more that got off the island, but at least one got off that motherfucker.
But and then at the end of the day, we know they're coming back too, because he has a whole facility where they can just put themselves back together. So, like I said, overall the plan worked out. It's just I feel like he made extra steps for no reason.
Yeah. That's
This nigga had a Phineas and Ferb plan. Boomer would have never came up with some shit like that.
I'm not mad at I'm not mad at the end game. It's just I felt like he added unnecessary steps to it.
This nigga had a Rick and Morty scheme, bro. There's some shit Rick could do like the Vata acid, bro. That's what the fuck this is. That's exactly what the fuck that is.
When you're a mad scientist, you just be doing wild shit, nigga.
That's the Vata acid right there.
but hey, it worked out for him. But to your point, I do agree with you. Kizaru really need to see it, and plus the world government needs to believe he's gone for the time being because the threat he poses.
Yeah.
Now, once they find out that he can make himself over and over again, and he's a part of Straw Hat Crew, Luffy just puts an even bigger target on his back. Which at this point, I'm pretty sure Luffy doesn't care, but still.
Hey. I'd like to point out that Bonnie is so insignificant that she's still with the Straw Hats, but she's so forgettable you would forget it.
Yeah, I ain't gonna cap. I'm not gonna lie. I completely
Listen,
forgot Bonnie was with me.
she's just with the crew for now. She's not a part of the straw.
I don't know. Is she?
She might just be Grand Fleet at this point.
She just might be a tag along. She might be Chopper best friend now.
Because honestly, I don't see a reason why Vegapunk, any one of Vegapunk's satellites leave Elbaf. I feel like this is where he end up staying. We don't take him with us. If we don't take him with us, we have no reason to keep Bonnie around. Bonnie can just be dropped the fuck off here.
And Kuma.
And you can stay with Vegapunk as he tries to fix your dad. Cool. And we continue about our fucking business. We don't have to see Bonnie.
Ain't no bringing that nigga Kuma back, bro. They need to let that shit go.
Nah.
Well,
Vegapunk said it in this chapter.
He said he can. He said, I kind of want to see him pull this off.
This is some miraculous shit, nigga. This nigga was all mechanical, and you about to put him back to human?
I need to see this. Like,
there's no way he could do that. He must be about to do something with the memories, but as like making him human again, there's no way. What, you gonna feed him a human fruit? He already ate a fruit.
Listen. It's Vegapunk. Let him prove to you he better than Bulma.
Oh, nah, that ain't gonna happen.
If he bring Bulma back, do you think he's better than Bulma?
No.
He made a whole band.
Is that more impressive than time travel from scraps?
In defense, we have seen multiple characters within anime, mad scientists within anime create humans or others outside of that.
True.
Hey, no. If he can make Kuma strong enough to blow up universes, then he'll be on Bulma level. No, he'll be on Jiro level.
But like, hear me out. Think about how much of a feat that is. It's not just making a whole new person from scratch. It's making a whole new person from scratch and then still imprinting someone's whole brain. And that's not even a brain at this point. Back into the human body. That is kind of insane.
When you have a fruit that allows you to take concepts and push them out, then it's not that insane. Kuma would technically be doing most of the work. He'd just be building a synthetic body.
That's fair. Why you gotta hate on my nigga Vegapunk, bro? Let my nigga be great.
Nigga ain't smarter than Jiro. He ain't smarter than Jiro.
Vega forever. Vega gonna live forever, and it's not because of no goddamn Dragon Balls for a bigger ass
and long eyelashes.
Damn.
My nigga Vega will be doing this shit on his own, and fuck that future Bulma shit, because that shit don't even exist in our canon timeline, nigga. So fuck off.
She did make one in the canon timeline. No, she didn't. Because she didn't have to.
Nigga. Yeah, nigga. That's not Bulma canon.
Hey. Okay, Canon Bulma still made a ship to get you across the universe in, what, a month?
I ain't seen Bulma create life. Besides the kid in her womb.
That is a fair point. That is a fair point.
Hey, my boy Amato Jiraiya.
Yeah, Big Vega.
I ain't seen Vegapunk create technology to put anything in a fucking capsule, nigga. Yeah. Nigga, Bulma can put houses in capsules, nigga. Bulma probably could put this planet in a capsule if she wanted to.
Vegapunk created the internet, nigga.
Ooh, that ain't that hard, bro. It's not even the internet in One Piece, bro. They use fucking talking snails, bro. Shut up about the internet.
Nah. I'm talking about Punk Records, nigga. Punk Records is the internet.
No, the fuck is not. It's a digital library. That's not the internet.
Basically. And he got Wi-Fi with that bitch. Connect to all the Stellas.
That is not more impressive than capsule technology, nigga.
I ain't see Boma do nothing like that. She probably not even. I ain't even gonna
Can
get
we
into
can we
it.
even get Vegapunk to Jero level first? Can we get on the Dr.
To be
Hados level
honest,
first?
Jero is probably a better scientist than Boma.
Jero said
If we
himself
talking
that he
about
ain't
it,
shit
if
compared to
we
the priest.
really talking about it, cause he was still able to make the groundwork for everything else that came after. Cell technically could have been the strongest warrior of all time, but the nigga was barely like 3 months. 4 years. My bad. I forgot.
Yeah, I'm about to say you tripping. No, Cell had been running around for a while. He just had to revert to an egg for 3 years.
Yeah, I'm saying when he became like Perfect Cell. If Perfect Cell had time to actually cook, there it would have been no one.
I'm sorry to inform you, bro. It's 3 people confirmed who could build androids that would have took down Cell.
Who?
Dr. Hedo,
Yeah.
Dr. Breeze, Boma's dad, and Boma.
If Boma's dad could do it, he would have did it.
He didn't want to. That's not his goal.
I argue he could have if they asked him to, but nobody never asked him to.
If it was a need to and he had the resources. The reason the future timeline they couldn't do it is because they didn't have the resources. But I'm telling you right now, because Dr. Giro say himself that he not smart compared to Boma and Dr. Brees.
When Dr. Giro said that?
Dr. Giro knows that, bro.
Nah, nigga, don't backtrack. Don't backtrack. When did Dr. Giro say that?
I'm about to pull it up.
Dr. Giro so good of a scientist, he was able to do things to the human body and that the Dragon Balls couldn't undo, nigga. Huh? Let's talk about it.
He's still not smart as Boma.
Let's talk about it.
And you gotta also remember that dragon was a young dragon who was made by a protector of Earth who was a month on duty. Like he didn't even have full access to his god powers yet. And the dragon is limited to the capabilities of the
so the dragon
creator.
could do it now. So the dragon could do it now.
Possibly, yeah, because Dende is more experienced with his powers and stuff.
So then why won't 18 and Krillin do it? Huh?
Because they weren't technically turned all the way into cyborgs.
They wasn't. Yeah, they wasn't.
Yeah, most of them were still human.
Yeah.
And why would you wait? Would you want that undone? No aging, infinite stamina, infinite energy. Would you want that undone?
Yes, so I can live a peaceful life with my husband and my child, nigga.
Is that not what she's doing with those same benefits?
Yes, but when they all die, she will still be there, grieving, hurting.
And if something was to ever come up, like the Tournament of Power, she's still useful and can still protect her family. And then right after, live in peace. Killed that argument, buddy. Try again.
So Krillin can't protect his family?
Is Krillin stronger than 18?
That's not the point. You just said participate in the Tournament of Power
so Krillin
and protect his family. So
Krillin the only one who could protect his
Krillin
family.
wasn't protecting his family being in the Tournament of Power? Huh?
Who lasted longer out of the two?
It don't matter, nigga.
Yes, it does.
said...
So who did a better job? No, it does matter because if one of them lasted longer and lasting long is an element of winning, then who did a better job of protecting the family?
So you saying women are stronger than men now?
That woman is stronger than that man in their relationship. And if the roles
Mm.
dictate that and she has to step up from time to time, there's nothing wrong with it.
Okay.
Yeah. Don't try to put me no shit, Sean.
Okay. Anyway, we got Versus.
Wait, before we go to Versus, I have an announcement.
Okay.
JJK is getting 16 additional pages in the final manga as an epilogue, the same way Horikoshi did My Hero.
Let's go. I like this.
Yep,
I
and
like this.
that volume will be at the end of volume 30. That's the last one, and I believe it drops Christmas Day in Japan. I'm not sure. But that news did release at Jump Festa. And also Dragon Ball Daima, episode 11. Vegeta making his real fight appearance. He's fighting Tokugami number 2. And Majin Buu has made his appearance, and he's fighting Tomagami number 1.
What does the Majin do?
He's
Is
the
Majin
second
do-
creation.
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, he the second creation, like a better version of Majin Buu. So he's a little less Cyberman. They buried him a little bit deeper, so he's obviously stronger because he's putting hands on the Tomagami, and that is the strongest one. And this man is more Boo than Cyberman this time, because the first thing he said when he popped up is, "You can guess, I want some chocolate."
I am not
So this
hyped
will be a
about
little more
Daima.
interesting. You gotta put a little more respect on Daima, because everybody, well, most of the fights, the people we've seen fight in Daima with low diff Deborah. So
Very
these
Daima.
characters are not weaker than Super Saiyan Goku, like Saiyan Saga. I mean Namek Saga.
I'm okay. I'm okay off this series.
Yeah.
Nah, this is a fun, refreshing Dragon Ball series. You get a lot of lore. Oh yeah, because we did find out who created the multiverse in Dragon Ball. He's from the Demon Realm, and the Demon Realm existed before the multiverse.
I'm really not liking the extra lore that's being added through Daima. I think that's what my problem is.
Why not, bro? You don't like that the Kaioshins are non-binary?
They are?
Yeah.
This is news to me. I don't.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie, Dragon Ball is so funny when it comes to that, because Supreme Kai was like, yeah, technically we not male or female, and then proceeds to call the other one a girl for the rest of the episodes. I'm like, yeah, Dragon Ball tried to be progressive just now and just said, fuck that shit.
I guess she
I'm
wants
not
to
a fan
identify
of this
as
demon
maybe-
realm shit. I'm not a fan of going back and putting in shit in between time. Daima just puts a bad taste in my mouth for DBZ. I prefer if the story either continued or went to someone else, but going back to like try to like squeeze in shit and then add in all of this like extra lore that would have to be considered moving forward, I don't like it.
Why? It's Toriyama's last work, bro. Just watch it and enjoy it. You don't have to take it too serious.
We do have a one shot coming for Dragon Ball Super 2. We have a one shot coming.
It's not even about taking it too serious. It's just
It's not for you.
It's not for me.
You don't like that the Supreme Kais is basically regular people?
Huh?
That makes Zamasu the biggest hypocrite in anime. I ain't gonna lie. Daima just made Zamasu a big hypocrite.
Wait, what?
In the demon realm, the Kaioshins are not that special.
Wow.
They fled the demon realm from Boo and came to the universe as gods. Like, yeah, we just gods now.
I don't see how this ties in with the Omni King, bro.
Now, that's a good question. If he got created by the same dude in the demon realm, him, the angels, and the gods of destruction, That'd be interesting to find out.
It,
But we do
to
find
me,
out
it
that
wouldn't be interesting. It would just be, I don't know. It would just feel convoluted to me because I would understand if there's an equal and opposite, but then being like, oh well, this one created it, but then earlier in Super, you said this one created it.
no,
It
they
was the
never
god.
explicitly said who created the multiverse in Super.
They implied that Zeno was the god of gods and he is god of the whole universe. But now they're like going back and like retroactively adding like, oh, there was this demon god nigga, he created everything, and the angels and all these other people you see actually just came from the demon realm, and they're not just these heavenly all powerful almighty gods, they're just spawned from this shit. And when they were in this shit, they were just basic regular people, but now we're here after the Boo saga, but before we get into actual gods. You do not see how this shit is like kind of convoluted.
No, because it follows a direct line. When Zeno was revealed in the Destroyer of Destroyers, it was always the theory of, well, who's his direct opposite? It could be this person in the demon realm. That don't mean he created Zeno. The angels and the gods of destructions, who are the actual hierarchy, could be from an outside plane. Zeno may be able to destroy the demon realm if he wanted to. So that doesn't make it convoluted to me, in my opinion. Just like the Kais, I was making a joke. They aren't like regular. They are kind of special. They're born from trees every like 200 years or so, or more. And it's only 5 trees that produce them, so they are rare. But Namekians would technically be considered on the same level as them to an extent.
Joe, how do you feel?
I've been checked out, bro. I ain't gonna say cat. Like I said, I was never a big fan of them being wished as kids. So me going past episode 2 kind of was like a big stretch.
Well, the ancient Namekian who was with him just confirmed, like, he played senile and manipulated Goma into making that wish, and he wouldn't have allowed him to like make a wish to actually harm them.
Oh, okay.
And he wouldn't have allowed him to kill Dende neither. He knew he wasn't gonna kill Dende because the Namekians are valuable. He's the last one in the demon realm, and without Dende, the Earth Dragon Balls is useless. He can't get the demon realm Dragon Balls because he can't beat the Tokugamis. So that was his plan. He was gonna come back in a year and make another wish for the third eye if he couldn't find it on his own. So the senile Namekian that we saw played a big role in those events in the first episode and why they went back to being kids.
Okay.
Wow.
He just ran into young Piccolo.
Oh.
Okay. That clears up a lot.
And
like
Demon King Piccolo was actually a king of the demon realm before Demon
Abuda.
Cadaver. No, because Deborah's dad's name is something where you put both of their names together and it's Abracadabra.
What?
Abuda. But oh my god. So Demon King Piccolo was actually Demon King in
Yes.
That's a breath of fresh air.
How?
You know that he is.
What you mean how? The Namekians are from the demon realm.
Yes. I get that, right? But hear me out. When Kami first left and he escaped out, Kami escaped and then he split himself. So when did Demon King Piccolo go back in to the demon realm to rule?
Mm. Not sure. But his father is well known in the demon realm. Tommy just was going by a different name at that time.
Come and say I'm going by my real name.
His name was I gotta watch the episode from today again.
So
Oh, they actually
Piccolo,
gave his name?
Huh?
They actually gave us the name that he went by?
Yeah.
so Demon King Piccolo Piccolo's kind of famous in the demon world.
His dad, yes.
Well, technically, wouldn't that make Piccolo kind of famous too? Because he's like the son
No,
of
because Piccolo but he's been on Earth the whole time, so he don't even know Namekian language. And it's only one Namekian in the demon realm now.
Wait, Piccolo doesn't know Namekian language?
Nope.
Wait. Like, is it the regular language like Dende speaks?
No, the language that they speak. So Piccolo couldn't summon Purunga if he had the Namekian Dragon Balls.
You know that? Yep. He would
Really?
need Dende for that. He would need Dende.
Now that I think about it, I've never seen Piccolo summon a dragon.
That's kind of cool. That's cool, actually. That's cool.
Yeah, he been on Earth too long.
That's consistent. That's consistent with the story. Cause I was like, hasn't Piccolo summoned the dragon? I was like, no.
I would think he learned it through fusing with Nail and Kami, but that information didn't pass home.
This nigga Piccolo really been colonized for real.
He said, "Hey, I want my colonizers."
But that was by his choice, remember? Because when they wished the Namekians a new homeworld,
he did choose to stay.
A year on Earth. He did not stay with them niggas at all, or go back with them.
This nigga, they brought Piccolo back to the hood. So yeah, your dad used to run these parts. Huh? Well, we got versus Ishida Uryu from Bleach versus Gother.
I'm thinking Uryu. The antithesis is kind of broken.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Uryu got this. Escanor versus Dark Triad Julius.
I got that. Yeah.
Escanor.
That
Julius is kind of crazy.
Noon would be crazy.
It would be a good fight, but I think Julius could. Would his time stop abilities actually work on Escanor?
Huh?
Would his time stop abilities actually work on Escanor?
You'll have to make the argument that Escanor could burn through time.
There's no upper limit for this nigga. Because you could make an argument.
You could make the argument that Escanor
not have
can
any
burn.
basis for it either.
Yeah. You can make the argument that Escanor, because he's fighting somebody that base everything on time, he can burn through time because he wants to.
All right. Up next, we got Wolverine versus Toph.
Okay, who's the Toph person?
Toph, from Avatar.
From Avatar?
Yes.
Oh, Wolverine.
I'm taking Toph.
Hold on. Overall Toph or just?
Let's say Toph end of series regular Avatar.
I'm taking it off.
She's not that experienced with metal bending. Even though she could do it to a degree.
But you would also have to take into account that technically she would not be able to bend Wolverine because adamantium is more like titanium to like metal benders, where
Right.
it's harder and it's more pure.
That's what I'm saying. If it was older Toph, I could make the argument she's well experienced by then that she could try to pull it off. But that Toph who just discovered how to pull it off,
And she would have to actually kill this nigga.
yeah, she would have to kill him. So
I got a scenario. I got a question for y'all though.
Okay.
She opened up a cavern underneath Wolverine. I ain't talking no just a little hole. A deep ass cavern, just split the ground. How is he getting out of that?
He cuts through from underground, digs himself out.
Nah, he gotta get to the ground first, and by that time, shoot, Toph done ring out. She could just make a deep enough hole the way he falling for a good amount of time.
Nah, nigga. Ain't no ring out. We've been doing these verses for a long ass time. You know the way out. It's only one way out, this motherfucker.
death.
Drop him to the core of the planet, then.
You think Toph is doing that?
She could.
Not that young. Not that young. Not at that age. Not at that age.
And then Wolverine got that killer intent.
Will he even be able to get close enough to her?
I think so.
With
She
the
just literally
Sonic-
put this nigga on a literal land treadmill. Like he trying to run towards her, and she just keeps shifting the ground, so he moving backwards.
You sleep on Wolverine, this nigga bounce off a wall, then comes spinning at her super hyper fast, drill a fucking hole through her stomach.
And Toph, she doesn't have like speed feats at all.
And she doesn't have a defense for those claws.
Nah, the best I can give you is the whole. She has ways to slow it down, but eventually Toph's going to get caught.
Joel, what light speed feats Wolverine got?
Wolverine can contend with the best of them, my boy. The best
No,
of them.
all right, bro. All right, there go that.
No,
Marvel scaling.
Hold on. I'm just being honest with you. The only thing Toph could do to Wolverine is keep up with him in terms of movement. And that's because she has the ability to, sense him, aka see him a little bit. But Toph doesn't even really have any type of speed feats. I think Wolverine is just naturally faster than her. The only way Toph would be able to move faster if she used her bending. But we know for a fact Toph legit has to keep her feet on the ground to actually fight most people, fight everybody. Because when she was up in the skyscraper, the only good thing Toph can do for them was break into the control panel. After that, Toph was being carried by Sokka and his girl at the time.
Toph was still carrying them. They just had to tell her where to shoot since they was on a fully metal plane.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. If we using that Toph and not a Toph by then that Korra Toph, then that's a different conversation. But we're using end of Avatar Toph. She has experience with earth bending, and that Toph is not fast at all.
That Toph sends him underground and then kicks him to another country, and that's a wrap.
You don't think he could react to her doing all these body movements to being like?
No, Wolverine ain't that fast.
Yes, he
Toph,
is. He is moving.
Toph barely could react to aim. And the sole reason why she was reacting is because she was training him to be an earthbender. If it was strictly off of airbending, Toph would stand no chance against Aang at all.
Because Aang can fly.
Exactly. Why would I make it easy for you?
Wolverine can't fly.
He can
But he
launch
jumped
high
through
as
the air.
fuck up in the air and then come down. And ain't nothing she puts in front of her is gonna stop him from making contact with her.
She can move.
She could.
Toph would have to sense him coming. Toph could not sense him coming in the air.
But she wouldn't know where he jumped from based off of where he jumped from the ground with enough force and know where to at least get out the way.
You would have to be able to know his jumping strength. And Wolverine ain't just no regular ass nigga.
And she would see that. She would see that through the vibrations he put through the ground.
Hear me out. Azula proved one thing about Toph's thing. Toph shouted out, I can tell if she's lying. Azula shot off the biggest lie of her life. And Toph's like, yeah, that ain't gonna work. So there are ways around Toph's seeing thing.
Nah, that's completely different.
Because even in that same fight, Toph trying to fight Azula could not keep up with her at all. And Toph was actively trying to capture Azula.
Again, Azula can actively fly without touching the ground.
Azula was
Something
running across the
Wolverine
walls.
can't do.
Azula was running across the walls playing with Toph.
It was a flight in it.
It was flight, but to prove a point, Azula was running off the wall in the ground just to prove a point that Toph could not catch her.
Wait, no, it ain't.
Yes, she was.
Never fought.
They didn't fight. Remember, Toph was. Remember the first invasion plan. Remember, Azula was luring them in. They was trying to fight Azula. Azula was not trying to fight them. Remember when they encountered her and she spat that loud because she was like, Toph said, I can tell when she's lying. And then Azula shot out the biggest lie of her life. And Toph was like, yeah, I'm pretty much out of this one. And then they was trying to chase her down. Azula was playing with them. Toph was trying to catch her.
That's a completely different scenario than a one-on-one fight, my guy.
If somebody in the one-on-one, if Azula wanted to one-on-one fight Toph had nothing. Toph could do absolutely nothing to Azula.
Again, because Azula with firebending can fly, so she never has to touch the ground for Toph to get a sense of where she is. Wolverine, big heavy ass, she gonna know when that motherfucker jump off the ground and know. All right, them vibrations he left just now is a lot for a regular goddamn jump. Let me get far away.
I would made the argument that Azula would beat Toph at her own game.
No,
because Azula is a fighting expert. The sole reason why Zuko beat her because by that time she was mentally unstable. But a calm fighting Azula, relatively nobody could beat her in a fight.
Because of the versatility of her firebending and how she used it. If you saying she not flying, that is a way better fight for Toph than.
Even if Azula is not flying, Toph stands no chance.
I guarantee you, once Azula finds out that everything based off of, and Azula will find out. Once Azula finds out that everything is based off that girl's feet, Azula is burning Toph's feet, and it's over with.
She ain't gonna be able to easily do that